Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Conjure Podcast. Today we're joined with Black Uchi on Free Game. Of course, the two main co-hosts of the show, but also we'll be talking about Boruto, Kawaki, Momoshiki, and we'll likely be continuing on with the 100 gorillas versus, 100 humans versus gorillas conversation.
Bro, you
The gorillas is
completely
crazy.
butchered that intro.
Yeah, facts. They're all over the place. But we see, I'm still stuttering. Before the pod, we was basically talking about the 100 human beings versus the one gorilla. And I was about to say, bro, have y'all seen the simulations? No, I think Free Game sent one in the chat.
That's what we were talking about.
Man was talking about that before you hopped in.
Bro, everything looks so unrealistic. Bro, that gorilla looks like he's 10 feet tall. Like, what are we doing here?
Like, bro, it's like he's just mauling through people, bro. People flying in the air.
I'll tell you, one thing that was inaccurate about it is it'll be a lot more limbs flying around and a lot more blood.
Yeah.
The humans wouldn't be that, like, our bones aren't that strong enough to stay attached after getting hit by a gorilla.
Bro.
For real, bro.
The average gorilla is like 5'10", bro. Like,
damn, bro.
Yes, bro. Like, bro,
I mean, I'm taller than an average gorilla. But
I'm not putting a gorilla in that. I'm taller than that. I ain't putting no gorilla in a headlock.
I'm super kicking the gorilla, bro. What are we doing here?
You're kicking the gorilla?
I'm super kicking him like Shawn Michaels.
Bro, you're gonna add chakra into that kick too, because your kick ain't gonna do shit to that fucking gorilla.
A fatigued gorilla, a super kick gonna knock him out, man.
That's the thing.
He's saying super kick like this is a video game, like he can just hold A and B and fucking right trigger, and he's going to perform a super kick.
The amount of force it would need for our hands to like actually harm the gorilla, because their skin is so tough, bro. It's crazy.
Or even just their skin, their bones is like,
and their bone, like you're gonna break your arm. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna break their fist trying to punch the gorilla.
We don't need to scratch his skin or break his bones to knock him out. We don't need none of that. What are we doing here? All we gotta do is incapacitate the gorilla. That's it,
bro. I don't think you're gonna hit a gorilla hard enough to knock it out. You gotta think about it. It's fighting other gorillas that have the same strength or more than it. I'm pretty sure
he's fighting against 100 human beings, bro.
No. But you're saying your one punch is going to knock this fucking gorilla out? Like,
no, I said a fatigued gorilla. A fatigued gorilla with a solid kick to the head, right? He's going out,
bro. Listen to me. Gorillas fight other gorillas, bro. Just off of that one.
And those other gorillas will lose to 100 humans. That's what I'm saying.
You saw it. Wait, did you see that video of those two gorillas fighting? It's been a viral video for years. When the lady's like, "Where's the zookeeper?" and it's two gorillas fighting.
Yeah, I never seen that one.
Like, what the zookeeper about to do?
Yeah, bro. Bara, you telling me?
Oh, I saw a meme about that shit. Okay.
Yeah, that first leap that gorilla took to attack the other gorilla, you telling me that's not a smooth like 50 humans already? That's
not. That might be top maybe one or two. Yeah, maybe they going, but you still gotta get them 98 more humans.
Easy, bro. You're not surviving that. The full leap from a gorilla, bro. They like hammerheads. They don't even throw jabs. They hammer, like they swing down with them.
Yeah, they don't even know how to throw punches correctly, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Bro, he said they don't even know how to throw punch. I don't give a fuck how they throw punches, bro. They can backhand throw punches. It don't matter how.
Their fists
that force is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as he throw that backhand, he leaving all his jaw, his chest, all his stomach,
you can punch all that jaw, all the torso, all everything you want, bro, and you still ain't gonna be able to.
He going out, bro. If it's 100 humans versus one, even ChatGPT agreed. He said I said he. ChatGPT said the first 20 might die, but the rest of the 80 just off of sheer numbers.
It was an expert that said, I'm pretty sure. Nah, bro. It's like, realistically speaking, the gorilla's gonna maul through everybody, bro. He's gonna maul, and then when he bites,
you gotta get 100 of the most insanely strong and like.
And you already have to calculate the fact that one hit is already gonna take out one human, so that means the gorilla just needs 100 hits, bro.
One hit not gonna take out a human, bro.
Yes, it is, bro.
You're done. One hit, you're done. So you telling me the win condition for the gorilla is 100 hits versus how?
That's not the win. All right. One hit, the first human being is probably gonna go out. Up to like the first 10,
probably. He's dying, bro. One hit.
After that 11th man is not going down off one hit from that joint.
I'm actually happy to chat GPT.
We did.
And no, but
If
I'm
they
gonna
all
ask him,
not
can a
at full
gorilla
force,
punch kill a human?
Nah.
realistically speaking, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna work out, bro.
And again, gorillas probably slow as hell. You feel me?
They're
No,
fast.
they're very
Bruh,
fast.
I'm talking about like their uncoordinated jabs and uncoordinated hooks. Like they probably slow as hell. He's swinging clubs, bro. Like we could see that from a mile away.
Goddamn. Hold on.
I don't know, bro. That's different.
I hit my blunt the wrong way. But hold on. It says, yes, a gorilla can kill a human with a punch, but it's not common behavior. Gorillas are incredibly strong, estimated to be 4 to 10 times stronger than an average human, depending on the muscle group. An adult male silverback gorilla can lift up to 1,800 pounds. 1,800 pounds. I don't know if you squat or anything in the gym, but I doubt you're squatting 1,800 pounds.
Bro,
It has a bite force of 1,300 psi, bro. Stronger than a lion's.
Gang, as I said, the
He's going
first
to
10 might die off the
bro.
first hit, but that 11th man is not dying off a fatigued gorilla punching him.
Bro, look.
The 11 through 100 not dying off that. I'm sorry.
A full force punch from a gorilla to
but
a
it wouldn't
skull, chest, or spine could potentially cause fatal injuries such as cranial fractures, severe internal bleeding, spinal cord damage. Have you ever got punched by somebody and got spinal cord damage, bro? Instant unconsciousness or death.
We've uncovered that the first DS men are dying. I'm sorry. I've already said that. But the 11th man is not dying off one punch. He's not.
Okay, he'll die off the second punch or maybe a bite.
Gorilla punch. Killing him.
I don't even think that would be the case. I see probably 10, 15 humans dying and the rest probably just going to jump the gorilla.
So it says, even when tired, a gorilla retains a huge strength advantage over humans. Fatigue might reduce the speed, precision, or power of the punch, but not to the point where it's harmless. For example, a tired gorilla may not punch at full force, but even half power could cause broken ribs, skull fractures, or internal injuries. If the human is hitting a vulnerable spot, head, neck, chest, serious or fatal damage could still occur. Bro, I sound like a fucking ad for medicine.
Literally, bro.
The side effects may be
even with half strength, the gorilla's doing all of that, bro. I don't know, man.
All right, on the left, you see it says previous 7 days. Click on that where it says 100 men versus gorilla. Let's see what that say.
It says absolutely nothing. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it broke it down into rounds, bro.
Now scroll all the way up where it gives the overall description.
Can 100 men beat a gorilla? Sure answer, no, probably not. At least not without natural casualties. A silverback gorilla weighs 300. We already talked about that. Gorillas can also have a bite. We talked about that. 100 unarmed men would outnumber it like crazy, sure, but they be dealing with an animal that can instantly incapacitate or kill several men before they even bring it down. We'll go past the fear factor. 10 to 20 guys would get ripped apart. Even after that, it would be bloody and brutal if weapons were involved, like nets, poses, etc. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, it said round 1, the 100 men will arrest a gorilla trying to swarm it. The gorilla screams. The gorilla charges low. Think like a linebacker with the strength of a wrecking ball.
The scream is taking out like 10 niggas off rip. The scream
for real, facts. It says first 3 to 5 men are snatched instantly like rag dolls, flung several feet, bone shatter, people cry out, some fall back in terror. Round 2, men hesitate. Gorilla grabs
this one. This what you wish on your fellow humans.
Swings them like a bat into others. That's crazy.
Yeah,
gorilla grabs one guy.
On your fellow humans, Bara. This is the type of end result.
I've said 10 human beings gotta be willing to die for the cause to beat this gorilla. But and ChatGPT agrees. They says if people are willing to die for the cause, they'll beat the gorilla.
Do you think it'll only be 10? You think it'll be a guarantee? Like, okay, 10 of y'all. That means they can't sign this thing up like a petition. Be like, 90 of y'all are guaranteed to walk away here alive. Do you think they can say that with confidence?
Yeah, you might as well ask ChatGPT the same thing. ChatGPT said 2020.
They said the final body count, right? Dead or severely crippled men, 30 to 40. Badly injured, broken bones, mauled, 30 to 40. Lightly injured, scratches, bruises, 10 to 20. Completely fine. Maybe 5 to
But
10 absolute legends.
them 10 to 20 is gonna be absolute legends, bro.
That's what it said. It said maybe 5 to 10 absolute legends. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. And they gonna come out on top. On top. They winning. They gonna be on podcast. Joe Rogan gonna have them on. Bro, we already know how this is gonna go.
The last 15 are gonna be the legends, or the first 15?
Last 15.
Both.
The ones that aren't like severely mentally handicapped that could actually go out on podcasts and go out on Ellen DeGeneres and talk about their experiences and stuff, bro. Those gonna be the legends. All due respect. Bro. Even though the fallen ones will be remembered.
I see the first 10 trembling to their knees after the scream. The next 10 are getting ran through like a bowling pin because he leaps. And then after that, he grabs one from the previous 20 and he flings them. That takes out another 13.
Let me look at this right quick.
Actually starts throwing punches. And then it's just clean house from there, bro.
Gorilla weight. Gorillas can weigh 300 pounds to 500 pounds.
Imagine just landing on your pinky toe. Imagine he just lands on your, not even your body. He lands on your pinky toe, bro. Nobody, like, come on, bro. 300 pounds?
My thing is, if you weigh 300 pounds and you 5'10", there's no way you could be throwing some quick jabs. I'm sorry. It's impossible.
You're talking about a human standards, though. We're talking about a primate that's been in the fucking zoo, not in the zoo, in the wild, climbing trees and running around and shit. Is not sitting around doing podcasts or on their ass at a call center job working and shit like that. You're talking about you talking about a fully fucking super strong animal that is way faster than what you expected to be.
No, I fully understand that. But my point is, the first 10, 15, maybe even 20 as ChatGPT going to say, they're going to feel the wrath of that strong, you feel me, strong strapping gorilla. But afterwards, like, he's 300 pounds. Like, he's not going to have the stamina to get through all 100 with that peak strength. Like, it's just my
opinion. Oh, yeah, I mean, not with the peak strength. No, it's not going to go at 100% the whole time. But like ChatGPT said, even at 50% strength, the shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah, but ChatGPT also says there's going to be about a solid 20, 30 people left standing. So they say the human's going to win. So the human, that's basically my point.
Is that really though? You just lost 70 of y'all?
Bro. Yeah. 80 of y'all? That's a win. 100% of the gorillas died. Only 70% of the humans died. That's a W.
That's like only if it's like a death match type shit. Like if the gorilla invaded a small village and they had no choice, bro. And then like the only survivor is most of them gonna look like this person right here on the second picture. That's from a chimp.
See, now we discussing different conversations. Hey, if you lose 70% of your men, did you really win? Well, these are conversations we could have, but the point is the humans would kill the gorilla if there was 100 humans versus a gorilla.
I will say this lastly. 100 humans, grown men, any type of grown man, it doesn't matter who. If there is no weapons at all, meaning it's fist versus fist, they are losing. I think that's my stance. And it's pretty reasonable based off of what the gorilla is capable of. Now, if you can include something like sticks, like spears, I'll give it to the humans. I still say 50% is dying, but they're like straight up fighting 100 humans versus a gorilla, bro. It's quiet, bro.
I ain't gonna say that's a completely unreasonable standpoint or a point. You know, I could see how people would say 100 humans can't necessarily beat a gorilla, but I feel like some of the conversation just got out of hand. Like people thinking the gorilla is like a regular gorilla is like King Kong. Like, what are we doing here? We gotta stop this.
Nah, it has. If we're going with full grown 100 men, it got to be a full grown, healthy, like top of the jungle gorilla. Meaning against the other gorillas, he ain't no regular gorilla. That's if we being fair, that has to be. You can't do 100 of the best.
You gotta have like 100 of the. Oh, okay, thereby.
You can't have 100 of the best of our species and choose a mid gorilla.
That's a complete. I was just thinking about 100 regular Joe Blows. Like I wasn't even thinking about John Joneses,
100
the Brock
regular Joes,
Lesnar's.
100 regular Joes versus a mid. I think the results is still the same, even if it's a mid gorilla and regular Joes.
Nah. We need
Even
Caesar,
if it was
bro.
even if it was the big gorilla, the 6'2", 500-pound gorilla, I still think 100 regular Joe Blows is probably gonna still overwhelm it. But if we talking about actual skilled fighters, like, bro, they know how to throw punches and they understand how to fight against people who don't know how to throw punches. So I can't necessarily see in any scenario the humans losing.
I can dramatically. And
I just pictured 15 different ways, bro.
If we screen it for the UFC and boxers, like they're run towards, you feel me, like the danger. You feel me, like if once the gorilla screams, they get excited. They get goosebumps.
Offensive line, UFC, boxers, and then the 30 crackhead crash outs, bro. The gorillas.
30 crackhead crash outs is insane, bro. Like
it's quiet.
I'm saying we should get 100 of the fucking most swollest lifers that or niggas on that got the death penalty. Throw them in there. Like I said last pod, that'd be the most fair thing to do. Throw them all in there. Let them fight for their freedom. Said 10 will survive, right? 10 is going to go home.
I ain't gonna lie. Whoever that original tweet, they need to run him his residuals. He got the world
talking. Bro, he got everybody on this shit right now, bro.
Man, whoever made that original tweet need to get his residual.
Yeah, that went platinum. I just thought about it. Yeah, that went platinum. I don't even know who the original tweeter was. I don't even know if it came from Twitter.
And the original tweeter, he was on the side of the humans. He said, I think 100. The original tweet was like, I think 100. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, laughing emoji. I think 100 humans could beat a gorilla if we being for real. And
he was cooking.
Yeah, then the world just went crazy.
I think Black Lucia made this shit up, bro, because I swear to God, I ain't hear nothing about this until he said something about it. Then that shit started blowing up.
I'll take the credit if they want to give it to me. If you want to give it to me, be like, hey, I know the dude who started the topic. I'll take it.
He need a bag.
I'll take it. They're like, you the one who tweeted? I'm like, yeah, that was me.
That'd be crazy, bro. End up on Joe Rogan and shit just because he had a viral tweet. But that shit got the world going crazy. It ain't gonna lie.
Literally. That's the type of stuff that make you go famous.
It got people thinking though, like really thinking. I ain't never seen people have really like
people actually. Yeah, I seen people start talking about lions. They went from like it's just like debates. Now people just want to debate about stuff. I'm like, that's crazy,
bro. People are power scaling animals versus humans, which is crazy.
Man, there's another thing. Like there's conversations where it's like gorilla versus bear, who wins, and everybody knows 100 humans is beating a bear.
What?
Okay. Let's.
What?
Are you guys about to disagree with this?
A grizzly
bear.
There's been like 4 people who handled grizzly bears.
Yeah, they had weapons.
Grizzly bears.
Oh, they had weapons,
and they had guns and not.
Yeah, we talking about just hand-to-hand combat or hand-to-paw combat.
I ChatGPT that 100 humans versus a grizzly bear.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. That's a good one.
I think humans win.
I'm asking chat too, which I think
humans can take out probably a black bear, a grizzly bear, no, and a polar bear. 200 humans couldn't even do that. So it's quiet. Bears is different type of territory.
If we got this amount of respect for gorillas and bears, like what was that dog conversation? Like,
but dog
is losing the dogs.
Bro, what? I socked the dog myself. I'm not giving it to a dog, bro.
Nobody talking about that little poodle, bro. Nobody talking about that little poodle you see down the block, partner.
It was a pit bull. What are you talking about, right? You said socking no poodle.
Yeah, bro. You socking 2 old pit bulls now? That's crazy.
The streets will say it free game, socking poodles.
I'll sock the shit out of a poodle too if one got it. And I ain't gonna say I ain't. No, I'm just saying that wasn't a fucking poodle. But yeah, here it go right here. Even ChatGPT getting tired of this shit. Oh, here we go again. Another brutal man versus monster matchup. Let's break it down. Grizzly bear weighs 600 to 1,200 pounds. Goddamn. Speed up to 35 miles per hour. Goddamn, I was driving that speed through the goddamn residential area the other day. Bite force 1,000 psi. claws, 4-inch
Less than a
daggers.
gorilla.
Goddamn, strength can
Yeah,
flip
yeah,
cars.
they're annihilating. They're annihilating 100.
They can flip cars, decapitate with a single swipe. With a single swipe, the mob, 100 humans. Let's say average guys, no weapons, decent coordination, just fist, feet, fear, and the hope of survival. The 100 humans fan out, trying to swarm. The bear charges like a freight train, rips through the first 3 to 5 like tissue paper. One swipe, half a man's chest gone. People immediately freak out, blood and screaming. Round 2, some brave ones grab his bag of legs or try to choke him from behind. The bear stands on hind legs, now 10 feet tall, goddamn, and just falls backwards, crushing
8 rounds. He's doing
and
the
just
whole
falls
8 rounds.
backwards, bro, crushing whoever's behind it and bites man entire head off. 15 plus men are now dead, half dead and critically wounded. Round 3, realize that they can't take it head on. Men try to dogpile from all sides. 40 plus bodies finally start slowing the bears, some holding limbs, other punching wildly. The bears roaring, biting, and thrashing, but it's starting to tire. The remaining humans keep piling on. 20 plus men suffocate the bear with pure weight and pressure. It takes multiple men being mauled every other second, but finally the bear stops moving. So you got dead main humans, 40 to 50. Severely injured, 30 to 40, unscathed by some miracle, 5 to 10, the bear dead, but an absolute demon to the end. That's fucking crazy. So they can do it, but it's only going to be about 5 to 10 unscathed.
This is what I'm saying. And we all understand a grizzly bear is mauling a gorilla. What are we doing here?
Whoa, hold on. That's something we got to ask ChatGPT too. Can a gorilla beat a bear? I'm going to say a silverback gorilla. I mean, shit, my bad. Can a silverback gorilla beat a bear? Beat a bear.
A grizzly bear.
Oh, fuck. Can silver...
No, it's already cooking. It's already cooking. It's too late.
Let's break it down stat by stat. No, come on. I don't need you to do all that. I don't need a fight fucking simulation. I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom.
Go to, yeah.
9 out of 10 out of... Oh, yeah, you're right. 9 times out of 10, the bear wins due to size and durability advantage, lethal claws, sheer strike-like power. The gorilla might win once in a blue moon if it had terrain advantage or used tools, but in a straight-up brawl is bear country.
And you know what's crazy
that you said
terrain advantage? Imagine a gorilla just starts swinging around shit while it's trying to fight 100 of us. And now we just looking up. And we ain't got no choice but to look.
Like we had to fight the motherfucker in the woods or some shit like that.
Like that just made me like these people, they can jump, bro, and swing. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's different. But yeah, I think this should end it. Because I looked up the measurements of a gorilla, 5'10", 300 pounds. I'm like, bro, this don't even compare to a grizzly bear. We was having the grizzly bear conversations. Even like a lion, people have a conversation like with a gorilla.
But it's about the muscle, bro. That's pure muscle. 5'10", 300 pounds of not fat. That's muscle and bone.
I gotta. You know what's more strong, bro? A fucking hippo. Just to be. I'm not even trying to be funny. Them motherfuckers like they maul shit.
Mm-hmm. Hippos. What's them other things called again? Damn. Nah, the big ass deers. What is them things called?
Big ass deer. A deer. I don't know.
Moose.
A moose, bro. Bro, them things is units, bro.
Them things are actually pretty big. People don't realize how big mooses are for real. And like elks. Yeah. Elks are crazy.
Yeah, dudes. Elks different.
Bro, I did 100 humans versus a hippo. And a hippo is mauling 100 humans, bro. It says hippo's health mildly tired.
These are the real units.
Maybe annoyed. Humans 60 plus dead, rest injured or fleeing. Winner the hippo, absolutely. Whoa.
These are the real units. All the respect to the what is it called? The gorilla. All the respect to the silverback. But these are the real guys.
Bro, he said all due respect to the silverback, like he's gonna come and check him or some shit like that.
You never know. Bro. Son Goku could be listening. You never know.
Hey. I wanna Jordan Avant, he's a member and he's been supporting the pod. He says he wants us to talk about a week. Is it Jordan? He got mad.
It's Jordan.
Yeah, he got mad at me for saying Jordan. But that's just how I see it. It just says it looked like Jordan. But anyways, he wants to know if do you guys think there is a weakness to omnipotence?
Is there a weakness to omnipotence? Okay. That's a good question.
And if there is a weakness to omnipotence, what do you think the weakness to omnipotence is?
All right. It would be Sarada. Short answer. The long answer, probably. I mean, I guess if you want to be technical, the weakness that Ada can't necessarily use it by herself, that's a weakness. Because if she had full control over it, we probably wouldn't be in a lot of the situations that we're in right now.
True. Good point. But I was kind of thinking of the jutsu omnipotence in like its own category, not necessarily alongside Ada. So I feel like of course Sarda would kind of be like the weakness here. Like there'll be certain people that probably aren't under omnipotence that you don't necessarily know, or that A doesn't specifically know. But hypothetically, if there's like a brand new Otsuka member that comes with omnipotence that could control it 100% and probably would know if you're under omnipotence. I feel like I don't know if that could be like a legitimate weakness or not. I don't know.
It honestly seems like it's too OP. I think the author probably introduced it into the story away to where it's already like nerfed and handicapped. Like we're probably never going to see like a full power omnipotence because it gives you the ability to create and do whatever you want. So I don't necessarily think there's a weakness.
Yeah, that I was about to say that as well. It's possible that there is no weakness. One of the things that first things first, we have to understand this is like a divine art. This isn't necessarily like a full-on jutsu. The idea was every jutsu has a weakness. Every jutsu has a weakness. Not every shinjutsu has weakness. Yeah. So like this could be just a situation where hey, divine art has no weaknesses, but also the fact that the omnipotence is supposed to be like a high version or a high ranking shinjutsu. It's supposed to be like one of the elite shinjutsus. It's like if a human gets a hold of it, they can't just use it all willy-nilly. Now they need an actual Otsuka member to use it. So yeah, it might just not have a like a weakness.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I highly doubt it.
My bad, I'm muted. What if Sumire contains a weakness? Like, hear me out. Like she was introduced to two blue vortex. I mean, not two blue vortex. Excuse me. She was introduced to the manga. I think they said that they was supposed to. She wasn't supposed to be like a long range character or something like that. But they decided to keep her, and she was introduced to the manga. But she never really had no grandiose like moment of her own. Her only moment so far is her being immune to the omnipotence, just like Sarda. So what if she has the key to like reversing it if it could be reversed?
I have a quick question. Has Nue showed up in the manga?
Yeah, I think they're like the chibi Nue.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like on
because I know the Sumire arc was only in the anime, and that's how we was introduced to Nue. So I'm thinking the only time we could have seen Nue in the manga was at the time when Boruto and them pulled up to Katsusuke at the lab and they saw Sumire, and we first saw her. Because I think in the anime, Nue was in that scene, but I'm trying
to. Didn't like in the end, when they was still like adapting the manga into the anime, they had a like scene where Nue Loki attacked Kawaki. Wasn't that a manga?
That was in the anime though.
That was just anime only. It wasn't manga. Manga.
Yeah, that was an anime only episode. Yeah, in that part when Nue attacked Kawaki. But
I think he's been there. It's just he's been a little small version. You know, he's a little chibi dude, and he just sits on her shoulder. I think that's only.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I'm trying to look right now. I think it's like chapter either 17 or 18.
When they pull up on Dr. Katsusuke in the lab.
Yeah, chapter 18.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
Actually, it will be able for me to like answer that question for again if depending on has Nue been shown in the manga or not.
Yeah, chapter 18. But even still, I still consider Nue to be like canon. Even if he doesn't necessarily show up in them. I think he's canon. So off of that, I'd probably agree. Like that could be a reason as to why Sumire is kind of like invulnerable to omnipotence, if I could use that word, invulnerable. But on a bigger point, that could be the weakness. The weakness could be the fact that it just doesn't necessarily impact Otsuka members. And if you know anything about Boruto, like Boruto is an Otsuka member and Kawaki is an Otsuka member. So if those are the weaknesses, like that would be like a valid weakness throughout the series.
But you want to know what I always wondered, if maybe like maybe it was just the Shibai thing, and he got so powerful that he essentially created the ability. But Momoshiki did say gods like plural, so more than one person has wielded omnipotence in the past. So it's kind of confusing if you're gonna have like such an all-powerful ability like that, right? But it's not gonna work on the race who wields the ability. So essentially, was it just made for them to take over other planets, or is it a failsafe for them to not essentially basically run the Otsutsuki clan itself into ruin, which already looks like it is, because it looks like there's not that many members, excuse me, or that they just
Whoa,
haven't
somebody
cared enough
hungry? I
to.
swear I heard somebody's stomach. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, yeah, I got gas. It came through like a burp.
Hey,
So it wasn't my stomach. It was just gas coming up
What
through
you
the burp.
farted?
No.
because I burped. Well, that's why I said excuse me. I had burped.
And then right after that, I was like, "Yo, you hungry too? That's crazy." He's like, "No, I guess."
Nah, I just ate. I just had like Panda Express, so that's just gas. That's just gas.
He said don't pay no mind. But yeah, though I ain't. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Bro, I'm so sorry.
Nah, bro.
That was a great moment, though.
I was at the end. I was at the end of making my point anyway.
We was talking about New Wave being a weakness to omnipotence.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, but was I really on that direct detail? I'm pretty sure I was going somewhere.
No, yeah, we got past that. I forgot what it was specifically.
I'll listen. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just talk. Maybe if you remember, you could cut me off at any time. Yeah, so I feel like just being an O2 member could be like a valid weakness for omnipotence, but honestly, I think the omnipotence not necessarily being able to attack other O2. Oh, you were talking about how
the
I just remember as soon as you said Otsutsuki.
As soon as you said Otsutsuki, I remember.
Yeah.
That was my long story short, was that the Otsutsuki itself, like, they haven't made any efforts to like come to the earth. So it's kind of, it's even iffy to say they're standing, whether it's like a full population or the clan itself is dying. But it's kind of weird that they have this omnipotence ability, right? And it doesn't work on the Otsutsukis themselves. So it's like purposefully meant for like other worlds or like other, other aliens or other species. It's just, if they really are trying to go like outside, like Boruto go outer space, they got to introduce like other planets, maybe other species outside of Otsutsuki, aside from just the humans and the Otsutsuki, because like who else would omnipotence be used on, or unless it's just constantly they come to Earth and use it just because, like,
No, yeah, I think they use it to like take over other planets. Like we seen Momoshiki, what he was doing back in episode 15. Like he was basically just on another planet or not even planting a god tree, already eating a fruit from a god tree, and basically saying that planet was just like completely decimated from all of his chakra. And he was basically saying, he made it seem like that was like a regular occurrence, like another planet with no chakra, like stuff like that. So I feel like that's probably why they use omnipotence. And there's a question like, does Momoshiki have omnipotence? I don't think so, but I do think it's like for the higher ranking O2 members, so they could actually go around and like actually utilize it on like a bunch of planets, so they could actually collect the chakra fruits a lot quicker.
It makes sense. If you can literally do anything with the Shinjutsu, you can just say whatever to make your job easier. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I just thought that was weird. Like they should have, even with the Momoshiki.
No, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to. I was just gonna say, like, what about like Momoshiki? Like Momoshiki is supposed to be like a prince or a king or a god or something of the Otsutsuki clan, and when he saw or he like witnessed omnipotence, he had to go back into the Otsutsuki library and do some research, crack out the books, do a juror style and shit, and then come back and tell Boruto what it was. He didn't know it off the bat. So maybe it's something that's like really divine. It's something that's like 1 in a million that comes once in a lifetime to Otsutsukis. It's not something that all of them wield.
It came. I was about to say, it came to him. It was the fact that Amado at the time was saying not omnipotence, but Ada's love ability was the Shinjutsu. So Momoshiki was trying to figure out what love ability is a Shinjutsu, but he's never heard of that type of ability. And then it made sense to him, like, oh, she could have used omnipotence to create this ability. So that's why he was like, oh, snap, like the lights went off, and then Boruto heard him starting to think.
So her charm ability is something that manifested from omnipotence, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's created through omnipotence. Like just like how the world sees Boruto as Kawaki and Kawaki as Boruto. It's through omnipotence.
Gotcha.
So I mean, like, it's cracked. So essentially, like, even going back to Jordan's main point, with all these sub points, like there's still no weakness, like because even the love ability itself, like taking away omnipotence, the love ability itself makes Ada probably the most dangerous person if she had evil intent, you know? So like, and that's a byproduct of omnipotence. So omnipotence, you can,
but if she, then again, like the weakness would be if she goes to an Otsutsuki dimension, she'd just be looked at as a regular bop. Like no one would really care.
That's crazy. Chill. Nah, but I mean, it's in the sense of like going to other Otsusukis who would have the ability to wield omnipotence. Yes, which is why I said the only weakness I can think of would be the fact that Ada herself can't fully control the ability, because that's a weakness. But aside from that, let's say like even just the fact that the love ability is a byproduct of her omnipotence, that puts her in a tier where she's essentially untouchable by almost everybody in the world. Any other, like in any other situation, she could have manifested like what if she manifested the ability to be completely invulnerable to any physical and mental, spiritual, yin yang type of attacks, like basically real invincible. Like she could have manifested anything through that ability itself. But the love ability is what's making her so OP as a byproduct of the omnipotence, which shows us how powerful the omnipotence is. So even the weakness of her not being able to fully control it is not necessarily like, oh, it's something that you can exploit, because you can still see all of these OP results from a watered down or a weakened version of omnipotence being used by Ada.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could agree. But I would still say that it has to be some form of weakness that's going to catch us by surprise that we're not going to expect.
I just think it's the fact that you can't use it against Otsutsuki members. Like
the other thing.
Yeah, because like other Shinjutsus like Daikokusen and even like Sukuna Ikona, like you can use that against Otsutsuki members. Like, that's like seem like the only Shinjutsu you can't use against Otsutsuki members. And I feel like if we're talking about jutsu that's like meant for like the higher upper echelons of Otsutsuki members, you gotta assume they're also fighting against Otsutsuki members too. So like not being able to use that jutsu
was this stated that the Daikokusen ability was a Shinjutsu? It was something that derived from
the eye from what's it called? Shibai. Yeah, I always get Shibai and Shinjutsu mixed up. Yeah. It is a jutsu from Shibai.
That's crazy that Kawaki has one of Shibai's ability and Boruto doesn't.
So that's the thing, though. I don't think Kawaki's ability is because Amato said two different things. Because he explained when he introduced Shibai, he like, yeah, Shibai Otsutsuki is a byproduct. Then he told us that, you know, Ada has his abilities and Damon has his abilities because of the cells he implanted in them. But then later on, I'm not sure in whatever chapter later on before the time skip when they are explaining Shinjutsu and stuff like that, he goes on to state that abilities like the claw mark. So when he first introduced Shibai, he said that, you know, Code, Ada, and Damon had his cells, and that most of the inners had their cells replaced, you know, with Shibai cells in the Kara inner organization and stuff like that. But then we understand that, you know, Kawaki's he when he said the Shinjutsus that they have, he named the reflection from Damon, the claw marks from Code, the Ada's ability, and then he also named Sukuna, Hokona, and Daikokoten. That was the first time it was confirmed in the story that those are Shinjutsus. So it can still be saying like all of the Shinjutsus come from Shibai, but I always saw it essentially as like every Otsutsuki, all of the abilities that we see them wield are Shinjutsu because it comes from them, the Otsutsuki. Like we never seen Otsutsuki needing to wield signs, so that's essentially what it is: divine miracles without signs. You know,
I kind of see. I see where you're coming from, but I kind of see it a little bit differently. I thought that, like, for example, Momoshiki. I think Momoshiki didn't really use any Shinjutsus. I feel like
the ability to like with his Rinnegan. I mean, you could quote it to his Rinnegan ability, but like absorb anything and then shoot it back at you twice as fast. But even going past that, I think Ishiki would be a better example, and even someone like Kage with the Ash Killing Bone, like everything she did is just instant, and it literally fits the description that Amato says: abilities that the Otsutsuki wield that require no hand signs and seem almost as if they're miracles. When Kakashi saw Kaguya switch the dimension, he thought they were in a genjutsu, but she literally just changed the location around them. So even with Shiba, I mean, let me real quick with this one though. Even with Ishiki, it's like that's the same dojutsu. So it would be like, does Ishiki have Shiba cells? And if so, that doesn't really,
I get that, but the thing about Kage is that most of her abilities were kind of explained. Like time space ninjutsu is still like a jutsu where she was able to like switch the dimensions. Also, like the bone ash thing, I believe that was like Kekemura or Keke Toda or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
Or
but
maybe they just called it genjutsu at the time because that's all that they know. They wasn't introduced to the topic of the shinjutsu.
No, the idea is it did kind of look like a genjutsu, but it was later explained that it was just time space ninjutsu. It was like a different kind of time space ninjutsu that she was able to use, and that derived from her dojutsu, or some of it did.
But when you look at it though, only time space ninjutsu is only performed by like, without the exception to the rules, it's only performed by like Otsutsuki's, because you see the ones when they do the black things, that's automatically considered a shinjutsu when they do time space. So aside from Minato and Tobirama, who created the flying Raijin themselves, it's like nobody else, no other ninjas does time space other than Sasuke, who got a Hagoromo powered up, weird version of a Rinnegan and stuff like that. So I would even count regular time space ninjutsu as a shinjutsu.
I wouldn't. I just think that's an ability that you get from a Rinnegan or the characters that we did see. Like even Urashiki, like his time space ninjutsu.
He's an Otsutsuki. You see, that's just shinjutsu.
Yeah, but it came from the Rinnegan, which is a derivative of just regular jutsu.
But then like Madara and Pain with their Rinnegans, they couldn't. What's her name? Teleport, or do time space ninjutsu.
But there was other stuff that they were able to do, like without hand signs. Like Pain was able to snatch souls, like it was nothing. Like he was able to do a bunch of stuff. Like almighty push and pull. Like that's just a Rinnegan ability.
Bro, I know a girl who snatches souls, bro. That's not right.
Here you come now.
I wouldn't count that as a shinjutsu now.
I get it. Now I get what you're saying, Bara. I think it's they introduced shinjutsu in a way where it's like, if you try to nitpick every single thing, it's gonna be an endless loop. You feel me? So I get
What about this right here though? I look up everything. I got AI's answer on what shinjutsu is now. Sometimes AI can be wrong. So if you find a mistake, let me know. In the world of Boruto, shinjutsu, literally divine techniques, are the most powerful jutsu, surpassing ninjutsu and senjutsu combined. They are characterized by the godlike abilities, often involving altered perceptions or the ability to manipulate reality. Shinjutsu do not require hand signs or hand seals or chakra control, making them distinct from ninjutsu. Definition: Shinjutsus are described as divine miracles or true jutsus. Users primarily used by members of the Otsutsuki clan. Power: Amado has stated that the ninjutsu is a mere imitation of shinjutsu. Examples include Damon's ability to alter perception and Ada's infatuation ability. They have alter perception here. Shinjutsu can be used to shift perception, leading to psychosomatic responses in others. The divine nature shinjutsus are considered to be a level of divine miracles, surpassing the capabilities of both ninjutsu and sage techniques. And then, they have hand seals and chakra control. They don't require hand seals or chakra control, unlike ninjutsu.
On that part where you said the imitation, so I think that could be like an answer, Bara, what Free Game said, the imitations of actual shinjutsu. So even if you imitate something can be like a good imitation or like a bad imitation. So like most imitations would just fall under the regular ninjutsu category, but then like certain imitations that excel or could be like known as like exceptions to the rules that are more closer to shinjutsu than other ninjutsu. I would say something like Flying Raijin could fall into that category, and dojutsu like the Rinnegan could also fall into that category, because we know that essentially for like, let's say Flying Raijin, it's just a different way that Minato figured out how to manipulate his chakra to space-time travel. Understanding the Otsutsuki can simply space-time travel by opening their portals, and Boruto uses his chakra to do it. He kind of combines the human way and the Otsutsuki way. But for like the Rinnegan, we know like the Sharingan is a watered-down version of that. So you can equate the two to where, say, like the Sharingan is the ninjutsu dojutsu of that eye, whereas the Rinnegan is that shinjutsu version. You feel me?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I could see it.
I can't.
I
You
can't
just lost
necessarily.
me at the end with the last part. Can you repeat that one more time, Bar? Black before Bar repeats. All
You
right,
said
sorry.
the last part. So
Yeah.
so essentially like how it goes from shinjutsu to ninjutsu,
Mhm.
and how the ninjutsu is like the imitations of the shinjutsu. Essentially, it can be good and bad imitations. So certain ninjutsus that are considered like good imitations can be closer to shinjutsu than other ninjutsus. So like something like the flying Raijin, it's an advanced, extremely advanced ninjutsu, but it's not the shinjutsu of the teleportation that the Otsutsuki use, or that Boruto somehow managed to combine his techniques with using. And then, whereas with the Rinnegan, which Bara's point, where we are already introduced to the Rinnegan and its unique abilities and how its wielders can manipulate it, we already understood, even in Naruto, that the Sharingan was a watered down version of the Rinnegan. So the Sharingan can be seen as like the ninjutsu eye of that, you know,
Oh, I
the
get what you're saying
ninjutsu,
now. Okay,
the Shinjutsu Rinnegan. So that's what I was essentially saying.
I
And then
get
it
it.
even supports further because if you go from like the Sharingan to like a Mangekyo Sharingan, it kind of tracks because the Sharingan, it's just the simple base abilities of perception and being able to read and copy things. Where it goes to a Mangekyo, you get unique abilities, and we understand that the Rinnegan is known for having its unique abilities. So it's like the Mangekyo would be like a step closer to reaching that Shinjutsu level of like a Rinnegan, you know?
Yeah.
So you consider like the Amaterasu like a Shinjutsu?
A byproduct, since it came from like a human Rinnegan and Sasuke, obviously it developed like as his power, but it came from his Rinnegan. Yeah, it can be like it's like since it's one of the better imitations. It's closer to Shinjutsu than Ninjutsu because it's essentially a fire that never stops, you know, and he controls it at will. And he doesn't need hand signs, so it checks off all of the box. I don't know if you guys can hear my niece crying.
Yeah, we can. It checks off the
It
It
checks
doesn't
off
check
all the
off the
boxes. I'm gonna
chakra
mute right
control.
quick though.
It doesn't check off the chakra control portion though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. To be honest, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you're
surprised.
right about that on free game. It don't check off the chakra control.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
a
would make it not a Shinjutsu though.
yeah. Same thing with the flying Raijin. Like the flying Raijin, it takes like an immense amount of chakra in order to do. I remember in the fourth grade Ninja War when they had to do like 3 people to flying Raijin, Tsunade, and the other Kages to the battlefield.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like we don't have as much chakra as Lord Fourth, so it requires an amass a whole shitload of chakra in order to do even just one time.
Could be. Oh. I might. Here's like a crazy idea, and this might be like one of the crazy theories that I just have. I
Mhm.
think the Rinnegan is probably like a garbage dojutsu in regards to like the Otsutsuki clan. It's probably like one of the bottom tier. And I don't
Yeah,
even think they even
It's
consider like a Byakugan a dojutsu. They just think it's like a regular eye.
yeah, no, I can agree. It's like the Skechers of fucking of
what do you
those.
mean like the garbage dude? It's like they don't even
It's like
care. Like,
Skechers, bro. Everybody
Yeah,
can get one.
oh my.
like for example, I think
It's like
Shabai
the
had multiple.
shacks. It's like the shacks of the fucking of the Osuski clan.
Yeah,
Damn.
pretty much.
Not even
$12.
the Tomo, like the Renegons that the Ten Tails and Sasuke have with like the 6 Tomo and then the 9 Tomo. Like those be the special Renegons.
Nah, those are garbage, bro.
Damn.
Low
Because
tier.
I think Orishiki, he had
Collectors.
one Renegon that didn't have no Tomo, and then his red Renegon has 6 Tomo like Sasuke's.
Bro. The Renegon is chancletas to the fucking Osuski clan.
Damn,
I'm telling you.
Chancletas is different, bro.
Pretty much. But no, I think there's like elite renegades out there. Like you know how Urushiga did show us like there's like multiple different kind of renegades that kind of do different things. So there could be like elite renegades, but I think overall the dojutsu for renegade probably isn't that crazy.
It's probably because we only got one bloodline in the whole like Shinobi world, so they just going off of one main Renegon, and then it's you can only do so much. You feel me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I think
Pretty
Sasuke's was the only new Renegon. Like Pain, Madara, and Obito, they all shared their
It was all
eyes.
swapping Renegons. It's crazy.
They was swapping Renegons like a piece of gum. And then
Bro, they was even disinfecting the eye, bro. They was just putting it in their eye
nasty.
socket, bro. It was just terrible.
That's crazy. So you might be right, Bar, because the only time we seen different Rinnegan abilities, which would make sense, was with Urashiki and Sasuke.
Yeah, but I think the real Renegons, or not the real Renegons, the real Dojutsu is going to be the one that contains like I'd say the higher end Shinjutsu, like the stuff like Daikokuten, like Sukuni Kon and stuff like that. And to be honest, I think that Shibai probably had multiple Dojutsus, and all we really see right now is like it doesn't even have a name right now. Still, that's crazy.
Why that's why like the Jogan will be.
I was about to say, I think
like,
he got Boruto's eye and Kawaki's eye. I think that's and then he got a Rinnegan in his forehead. That's what it looked like.
I think Boruto's eye should like. I think this is probably too OP. It's probably not gonna happen.
But he's Shibai, bro. He gotta have all that.
Well, I'm just saying, like Boruto getting it though. Like we're talking about God Boruto right now. That's in the title, but like Boruto would be on a godly level if he had like a what can we call it, a Kekkei Genkai, since it's in this.
The Jogan?
Oh, the Jogan.
I just call
whatever.
it.
Yeah. So like
if
he has dojutsu that pretty much contains every known dojutsu known to man in that one eye. And that's where every dojutsu derives from that pure eye.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I think I think it would make just the water. I think it would be like 3 main dojutsus like above, because you know how in the ninja world it's the Byakugan, Rinnegan, and Sharingan as the 3 great dojutsus. So maybe like the real like 3 great jutsus would be like the Jogan, Kawaki's eye, and then another eye we haven't seen, or maybe the Sharingan from Ada. Those are like the 3 great. Wait, what's it called? Did I say it wrong?
Nah, you didn't say that wrong at all. I just said the Tetsugan.
From
Naruto the last.
And the Tetsugan too from the Byakugan. But the Sharingan and the Jogan, and then the whatever Kawaki's eye is called, the Kokugan or whatever. I think people.
We still don't know, bro.
It was Daikokuten or some shit like that.
Daikokuten, the Kokugan. You feel me? So
Kokugan, yeah, that's
like. But those could be the 3 main eyes, like the real 3 main eyes. So because if you say Boruto's Jogan, like the pure eye is the main eye, and everything came from that, like. That's crack. That means he could do everything with that eye, literally.
Yep. That's why I said it at the beginning. It was going to be too OP.
So even Ada, like, so I don't think that can't be. I think Ada's eye and Boruto's eye are on like equal footing. Maybe they were both as old, like they both came into existence around the same time.
But the reason why I said that is because, like, I don't know, like, we got to pull up the panel again, because there's a lot of fan art that throws me off sometimes. But like, didn't Shibai have the Jogan?
That's what I'm saying. I think he had
manga.
He had. It looked like to me he had in his right eye Kawaki's dojutsu, and in his left eye Boruto's dojutsu.
What chapter is that?
When we see Amato talk about Shibai.
I know. What chapter? I'm not good with chapters.
Oh shit! What chapter was that? Shibai Otsutsuki. Let me see.
Max ChatGPT.
When just
our chat ain't
cool.
Boruto chapter 75.
I gotta put Boruto next generation now. Oh no.
Okay, see, look, in his left eye, it looks like he got 1 triangle, so it looked like it might
chapter
be
75.
You said what?
You said chapter 75.
Yeah, chapter 75.
Right.
And then in the middle, it looks like that don't look like a Rinnegan. It look like the thing that Hagoromo had on his forehead. So it might be in the.
Is Ado on the cover? My bad.
Shit! I don't even know the cover. I just asked Google.
Yeah, I suggest you just type in Shibai Otsutsuki on Google. It got a picture right there.
Yeah, just look. Yeah, but
I don't be knowing if it's fan art or what. All right, so I'll pull it up and you.
I'm about to say do the black and white version, nothing colored.
All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Y'all let me know which one it is. My memory is fucking fried. That's crazy.
One that says "led to godhood." Yeah.
Which one?
See
why I get confused? See all this fan art shit? See all
That's what I'm
shit?
saying. Go to the first one literally is.
Is it the first one?
Yeah, anything that looks like that first one. But yeah, this is better. So you see how the right eye, you can either say that's a Byakugan or that could be Boruto's Jogan. And then the left.
Shit, I didn't even know it's not on the top of his head. Oh shit, you're right, bro.
Yeah, and then on his left eye, on our right side, it's like it looked like it could be Kawaki's dojutsu, that 1 triangle. You feel me?
Yeah, true.
And then the forehead, I say it's a Rinnegan, but also, you know, Hagoromo had a weird shape on his forehead, and it wasn't a Rinnegan, but it was kind of like this, though.
The hell was it, man? I thought it was a Rinnegan.
But let me see. If you pull up a, hold on, let me make sure. Pull up a picture of
who?
Hagoromo.
I could have sworn.
Oh yeah, nah, it was just like a circular thing, bro. It looked weird to me. I don't know what was going on.
I think that's what Shibai got on his head. The same thing that Hagoromo has. It's not. It wasn't.
Nah. Hagoromo's looked more like a perfect circle. His look like Shibai's look like an eye.
Oval. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
but still the swirls is like because the Rinnegan looks more like ripple patterns, and then these two they look more like swirls. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It does look different. Hold on.
But you're right. It do look like an oval here for Shibai though. So, but I ain't gonna lie, Shibai goatee go crazy, boy. Got a nice barber trim him up.
Don't sleep on Hagoromo's goatee.
Yo, he do got a goatee. That's crazy though. Yeah, I mean, if you're a god though, you gotta have the best barber ever.
John lined up perfectly crisp on the edges too, and his horns are.
If you're a god, if you're a god, bro, you gonna have a god barber. Come on, man. Your barber gonna be elite. You're gonna have the number one barber in the fucking universe. Can't be a god and have a regular barber that charges $30 for a lineup. Come on, bro. Okay. No, you can't do that.
Is this dude? Is he gonna be evil, or is like I'm looking at the picture and I'm like, it's hard. They can't bring him back just like a Hagoromo and not do anything.
I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be straight. I think
you think everybody gonna be good.
I like to see the good in people. What's the problem?
That's good though. You feel me? That's good.
You're a good guy, Bar.
Fact, but not. I was wondering, like, he might have some dojutsus on his palms too. Like, I don't sleep on those.
That's crazy. They're not sure. We haven't seen his palms on purpose too. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, they only show.
Well, if you look on a panel when on Facebook, if you look on a panel when he's looking at the god tree, it don't look like he got anything on his palms.
Whoa! It's a panel. It's another panel of him.
Yeah. Just type in one. Or just keep on looking. Nah, go to.
This is the one I always see. What the hell was this one? What's this one?
That's just Ishiki talking to Code and explaining the Otsutsuki.
All right, got you. You think there's a difference though? You think that? I mean, that's like. You think him and Amano's talking about two different people?
I think Ishiki was talking about a concept and Amado was talking about a person. So like the concept is like they just gave us a visual for what maybe Shibai's final form could be, but it's not the same necessary design as Shibai. But there's the horns, yeah.
My thing is
the horns. They got the same. I'm sorry.
But I was about to say these weird lines all over his body. Like Shibai got clothes, bro.
Nah, Shibai naked, bro. But yeah, nah, you're right about the lines though.
The lines is weird.
Yeah, but he has the same type of like Rinnegan appearance, like third eye type thing going on as Shibai.
But there's no way he's still in his Caucasian form, right? He's like you gotta be.
That's what I'm saying.
In the mix.
Look, his arms is
Caucasian
white.
Form.
Look at the. Look at the one.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Wait, hold up. One person at a time. What's going on? Wait, you're saying Caucasian arms is like I'm flabbergasted right now.
No, you know how in the second state they get like the black all over them if they absorb enough chakra, like you know how Momoshiki absorbed Kinshiki Otsuki turned into a second state and he became mixed. Same thing with Rushiki.
He became mixed.
Yeah,
or was he Puerto Rican?
Might have been. You seen
like they started to get the black markings on them.
He was a light skinned Puerto Rican.
I mean, like his design looks like a silhouette. And his arms, his arms are white here, bro. It's white.
Bro, did you fully pronounce silhouette?
Yeah, he wow.
But did he fully pronounce silhouette with the H and everything?
I said silhouette. I said silhouette.
Yeah. Are you reading silhouette?
I promise you guys. I promise you, the podcast is not scripted. He is not reading off of a script right now. But
no, I'm saying he might have just seen like the word silhouette and he just said, "All right, now it's
because we was talking about the black markings. I'm like, nah, she might look like a silhouette to me, a silhouette.
Why do you say
it
like that?
He look like a silhouette to me, bro. Is it
No,
silhouette or
that's
is
what it
it
looked like to me
silhouette,
too.
bro?
Where it's like
shit.
they like hiding his face.
I ain't never heard nobody say silhouette with the H, bro.
All right,
That's
hold on. All
crazy.
right. Free game. Click
Whoa.
on the picture with Sheba and all those bubbles. The
Hold on. I think I turned my AC up too high. I need to turn that shit back on. Please, Sheba with all the bubbles. Which one? This one? Wait, hold on.
I thought I saw that. Hold on, go down. I could have
But that's the
sworn.
one I was looking at right now. That one. I was kind of wondering, like, that has to be his second form, right? The one that free game got clicked on the right.
His second form. Oh, like
Oh,
after he what do they call it? Transition to godhood or whatever.
Nah, this is just like the same thing that
I'm
Momoshiki
saying
did.
though. Look,
The same
type
thing
in
that
Sheba in the God tree. Actually,
Because
hold
then
on.
they said they had like Sheba's husk left over, so he transitioned. What do they call that when you go from one state to another? Can't remember.
we are LGBTQ friendly over here.
That's right there. Right there, free.
This one right here.
That one. You see his arms? He look like a regular white man.
Bro, this is real. No, hold up. Wait, no.
Yeah, that's
way.
in the that's the chapter 75, bro.
No way. This can't be real.
Read the text. It's the same thing about the chocolate. That's a model explaining Sheba and his abilities.
Yeah, I remember that picture.
But you see, look at his his palms. They don't got nothing inside of his palms. But also, it's like, his body is a silhouette.
A silhouette? Why you, bro? Don't stop, bro. You
I was trying to get
my clipping. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of this.
But his body, look, like it's like we don't even see his legs, bro. It's like he's a shadow, bro. I don't know.
Boruto
That's the point I was trying to make.
I don't know,
but his
man.
arms are still white, like a Otsutsuki's, like a Caucasian, like Baru was saying.
Bro, why do all the ghosts dress like bums, bro? Like, what's up with my guy's shirt? Like, it's like Jay-Z with his dreads, J. Cole with their dreads. Like, they just stop caring.
Tattered and battered. Once you make it to a certain point in life, everything's become insignificant.
That's why.
Bro, you see how Kanye dressed, bro?
Nah, you see what Kanye do.
You see how Ye dressed.
Bro, Kanye
don't care. We know Kanye don't care.
Oh yeah, true. No, he got a point.
Different.
You got a point. I'm trying to find this in a chapter. I'm on chapter 75, scrolling through.
Bro, that's not about to be chapter 75. That is.
You said chapter 75. No. This image that we're looking at.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Manga Boruto chapter 75, where he was referred to as a god. It's not. It says chapter 75 right here.
Oh, I must be fried. I don't even know.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I must not know the context.
It does sound a little too close to the end, but I think it's 75.
All right, I'm gonna scroll through. Let me see here. I'm scrolling. I'm not gonna put it on the screen because the last time you guys got on me. Nah, this is I see this picture here.
Wait, are you sure?
You're right. You're right. Yeah, no. You're right. It's here. It's here.
Do you remember what I
transitions to this one right here?
Yeah, and then they got different scenes of him showing his power. Like his feet are non-existent in all of these panels, bro.
You think somebody probably cut off his bottom half, like Ishiki?
Maybe that's what became the God tree, and that's why he's watching it grow. Because he's like, why else are you staring at the God tree like that? You're just floating, weirdo.
So this dude cheated death. He was resurrected 170,000 times. What
bro? He resurrected so many times. Like his body was like, all right, bro, you got it.
Yeah, you done, bro. It's like there's nothing else you can do here. You gotta go. So you gotta go somewhere else, gang.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm out.
You can't draft your son into the NBA. No, that's not how it's going to
work.
Look at his horns. Get out of here.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Shiba's gonna come back as a villain.
He has to, bro. Like, look at this picture right here. I mean, he's devouring fruit. He's turning people into unwilling vessels. There's nothing that's going to be what do they call when it's good? Never mind. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like malevolent and benevolent. Yeah. It's going to be nothing but benevolent about.
But my whole thing is when they're showing all of these, why don't we? I don't want to see genocide, but like, why don't we see the other species of these planets as they're getting devoured? Though we just see the planet itself and its barren land. It's like the only species in the universe is Otsutsuki, Ten Tails, and the humans. And the
because
byproduct of the combination would be like the Shinju Divine Tree people.
Yeah,
out of the only thing that we really got as far as like expanding the lore of the Otsutsuki came from Amuro, and then one little panel that we got from Ishiki. So we've only gotten like little speckles of what they really do and stuff like that. So we haven't really got to see the genocide.
Yeah.
My thing is, I definitely believe that the Otsutsuki clan is probably fighting against another species out there, and we just don't know yet. And we're probably gonna get into that once we do figure out the history of the Otsutsuki clan.
I agree.
Because they have to be fighting.
They have to have other ops because it's like,
Yeah.
who else are they paying attention to? If they're not paying attention to the Shinobis on Earth, it's like, who else are they paying? Who are the other planets that they're devouring and conquering?
Mm-hmm.
So it has to
And
have.
Doesn't seem like they have big ops like that. Like if they have ops, the ops ain't really stepping because they're going there like solo dolo or like.
Well, yeah, I mean, like ops, like in terms of like how they would think of Shinobi. Like obviously, there are other like insignificant. Well, to them from their perspective,
are you somebody on like on their level?
Yes. Not like So I'm not saying like a different species. Well, maybe there is another race that's like the Otsutsuki are fighting for to be the top of the galaxy. That's why they're devouring other planets to get as strong or to probably overcome that race. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think they're trying to give us that. They're not gonna cook that long for us on the grill. I don't think.
Yeah, so they might.
And then like if that was the point there, like for them to get as powerful as they can by devouring as many chakra fruits as they can and doing like the karmic resurrection and to fight another race, why would Shibai do it in a way to like get to godlyhood and go to another plane of existence? Like, wouldn't that defeat the purpose of getting as strong as possible?
I mean, he ascended though. Like they made it sound like something divine happened with Shibai.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went to another like that. They do it like kind of like Buddhists. Like they say that you have to resurrect so many times before you reach nirvana or whatever.
Well, to be honest, this goes into like my tinfoil hat theory. I think that Shibai was probably like the goat of the Otsutsuki clan, and Ishiki Otsutsuki was like a rogue Otsutsuki member who was trying to recreate what Shibai did. That's my thing. And I think that Kage
maybe like
he's
like the ghost of the Otsutsuki. Like I'm gonna be like Shibai.
Yeah, and then Kage was given orders by the actual Otsutsuki clan to kill Ishiki Otsutsuki because he went rogue and he was taking all the chakra fruits for himself, stuff like that. I feel like that's probably what happened. And to be honest, I think that Shibai is probably like the super old Otsutsuki member that probably did correctly, the quote unquote correct way of Otsutsuki members just getting power for themselves. And Ishiki basically talking to Code, he says he's like the last one. He's like the last true Otsutsuki member. Or he said something along the lines of that. Yeah, and clearly there's other Otsutsuki members out there. I think he just means like he's the only person that really still has the Otsutsuki goal or the Otsutsuki will, quote unquote, that he told to Code of just getting as strong as possible. Whereas the other Otsutsuki members, they just wanted to get as strong as possible so they could actually protect their clan.
Well, he didn't say he's the only one. Didn't he say like Code is the only one?
Well, he did. Like, now he alluded to being the only one because he was like, I can't let the Otsutsuki will die out with him. So he passed it on to Code. So I think Baru, I ain't gonna lie to you, you might be on to something because it could be like Ishiki was like a Shibai fanboy, and the whole entire panel that we were looking at earlier that had all the lines on his body, that could have been like his perception of Shibai when he's talking to Cole, like, hey, this is what I was trying to become, so now it's up to you to become that. Everybody else either don't see the vision or they gave up on the dream. I'm the only real true Otsutsuki here, and I'm passing the legacy on to you, even though he could have had a much better candidate than Code. But options limited, you're just dying. So
all right, they say that happens in chapter 53. So I'm on chapter 53 right now to see
what happens.
Exactly he says. That's when Ishiki dies and he appears to Code.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's 54 actually. All right, chapter 54. My bad. So hold on. Let's see here. Or it could be 55 because this is when Momoshiki appears. Bro, these chapters are kind of gas. Hey, compared to like these new chapters, these chapters is actually pretty lit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We like gas up 2 Blue Vortex, but these chapters is pretty dope.
Nah, chapter. What people forget? Like the hype started before Two Blue Vortex. It started like that last 20 chapter run of Naruto Next Generation.
It started chapter 16 for me. It's
well,
like every single
obviously,
chapter.
like I've been knee deep into like I saw the vision, but I'm talking about like the generational. Like I'm talking about like everybody was like, oh, this is Gad, like those last 20 chapters from chapters like 50, like right after the Ishiki, but like once because people was trying to complain when the cold arc started in the manga, but even once we got to like Boruto unlocking like code, once he explained the true essence karma, from that point on, bro, like it's been on the same type of level. Like people just think, I don't know why, because I also kind of got that misconception, like, oh, it's Two Blue Vortex that started, but nah, I'm talking even before Two Blue Vortex. Ikimoto's been on this run, bro. He been going crazy.
My thing, I never thought the manga was like even like I never thought it was mid or even good. I thought it was always great. Like it was always something. Like even when Delta came and tried to abduct Kawaki back, I was hyped for that. Even afterwards, when Kawaki and Naruto was having their father son relationship, I thought that was fire. Like a bunch of stuff like that. I thought the whole entire manga was fire. Even going into like this Team 7 versus Boro, like and Sari using her Sharingan for the first time in the manga, and then the Chidori. Nah, bro, I was like that. The whole thing, I thought it was fire.
Yeah, the Chidori in the manga had me geeked. My favorite moments was Kashin Koji pulling up on Jigen differently, bro. I was like, yeah, they're going crazy right now. I don't know what's happening. Ishiki popping up, bro. I'm just like, there's no way, bro. The manga definitely. It started with Naruto Next Generation. This hype.
I remember exactly where I was sitting when I was like reading the manga for the what was it, Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke.
Oh, even that, yeah.
I was sitting in court.
There was no way. Like, no way they got their ass whooped like this, bro.
I thought he was gonna say there's no way he was watching and reading it in court. Who got the ass?
I was about to say there's no way this nigga facing 25 to life.
Oh hell no!
What Boruto
so messed up about my thought? Hey bro, I'm not gonna lie.
My thought process though, because even when you said that, it was so normal to me. Like, oh, you was reading it in court. That's how I perceived it. I was like, oh yeah, he was just reading it in court.
Nah, it was the little shit. It was a traffic ticket, bro. No way. But if I was facing 25 to life and the blood, I got like
nigga said, let me calm down with this new Boruto chapter.
Yeah, no, it's not even that, bro. I'm gonna have to read the last chapter at least if I'm sitting in court. Like I got to. It's my last day out. Like
it might be your last chapter.
Read it? Yeah, it's gonna be my last chapter. I gotta read it, bro. Damn. I got to. And I got a call from the jail phone and we gotta discuss it.
Yeah, I feel for them niggas in jail. Even the niggas that can't even talk to nobody about anime. That didn't see the last season of Attack on Titan.
Man,
like that.
G Herbo got one of these lyrics. He said, "For the people in the prison, everything on the outside be in their head. Like they just imagine it." And I'm like, man, that's deep right there.
But imagine you get bagged like after like episode 4 of season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Nah, that's wild, Byron.
I didn't know what's happening.
I was in jail when fucking before what was it, Dragon Ball Daima came out.
Damn.
Yeah, and they had it on the tablets and shit. And I was watching some dude who made a video and he was discussing how Dragon Ball Daima was supposed to be. Completely lied. So if I would ended up doing like a long stint, I would have just thought that that's what Dragon Ball Daima was the whole time. Completely lied. Completely lied to me, bro. Absolutely lied. It's not how it went at all.
You gotta take a future swig for the people that's gonna get locked up before GTA 6 come out too.
Oh yeah,
bro. I sent that in the chat. I sent that in the chat. Yep, May 26th, bro.
No, I heard it got delayed.
2026.
Oh yeah,
no. You didn't see what I sent in the group chat?
No, I did see it, but I ain't look.
No. I was talking about Black Lucia.
Delayed date. It just got delayed to 2026 May.
Yeah,
because they were expecting it this year. People were expecting it this year.
Yeah, because they had put out that trailer not too long. I don't remember. I don't know if you saw the trailer or not.
Yeah,
it was I saw the trailer. I saw all types of shit. I was like, God damn. A couple
years ago, I saw everything about that. I'm trying to hop on GTA right now. My dude on GTA 5.
Or was it Didn't some kid leak GTA or was that
it was a couple years ago. It was a couple years ago. The full gameplay of GTA 6 leak and the home screen opening, trailer, and all that, bro.
Oh
with
yeah.
starring the girl in LA, all that, bro.
Yep.
There's no way that's available 2 years ago and the game's still not out. There's no way.
No. The thing is, the game would have been out a lot sooner had not this
But
dickhead
that
leaked the
big
game.
leak, bro, like that leak dropped like at least hours worth of gameplay. Like,
yeah, if dude didn't drop all, if he didn't leak the game, GTA 6 probably would have came out last
probably
year.
would have been celebrating a year anniversary.
Yeah, it probably would have came out last year. They had to scrap a lot of the shit because he leaked it.
And
It's
honestly, it looked like it was going to be a good story mode, and I'm happy. But
I'm sorry, I can't purchase the fact that it takes 2 years to build a new story mode. I can't.
Bro, do you know how much?
I mean, like, you
know how much that goes
animation,
into? Yeah, I'm about to say, do you know how much that goes into the making a video game, bro?
I get it, but like Call of Duty come out with a new one every year. Like, and they got a brand new storyline and everything.
Yeah, but their gameplay is a lot more restrictive than GTA. GTA, you got like a worldwide type.
It's literally world play.
No, I get, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you had all that already complete and you say you got to restart just because of the story mode, nah, bro, I can't.
Not just because of the story mode, the gameplay though. Like, he leaked the whole game, bro. Like,
I don't think the gameplay is gonna be that different though. Like.
Nah, they saying they taking more time because they want to like exceed people's expectations. And when I saw that trailer, it exceeded my expectations wholeheartedly. So
honestly,
if they got
the story mode look like it might, because normally the story mode been lacking these last few GTAs, but this one looked like it might be like one of its best sellers, like best selling points would be the story mode for GTA 6.
I about to say I don't really even do story modes. Not even gonna lie to you, bro. I just shoot up cops and go on.
It's been lacking. I think this one might turn it around.
I don't think so. I think online is like the thing now. Like we probably don't know because GTA hasn't released another game.
Oh, bro, they want to have the most elite online gameplay. Watch, I'm telling you.
No, bro, it's already like I'm pretty sure we can transfer like because my dude got like I got a couple mil in my bank on GTA. They said we could transfer like a lot of our what's the word
from GTA 5 to GTA 6?
Yeah, your online liquidity, all the things that you earned, you can transfer over to your online character in GTA 6.
Yeah, okay. But I that's gonna be the main draw of GTA 6. It's not really gonna be the story mode.
Is online gameplay?
Yeah. I feel like the story mode probably going. It's story mode. Nah, don't get me wrong. The walkthrough is going to be lit for like the first couple months. Like over like the next 5 years, it's going to be the online that carries the game.
I completely gave up on online on GTA because every time I spawn, I got killed immediately.
And look, bro, if y'all trying to, I'll be running these heists. I haven't ran heists in it's been a couple of months. I probably haven't played GTA since.
Bro, it's. Right, when I went online in GTA, it's like I wore an all fucking red outfit into the fucking 60s neighborhood in California. Bro, it's like instant death. Like I didn't even get a chance to walk around. I didn't even get the chance to like say hi to anybody.
I be trying to get people money on GTA. I be hopping on GTA. I be running the truck system. You know, you gotta supply your weapons. You gotta supply your paraphernalia. You know, the products and stuff. So I'm out here moving trucks. I be getting people to join my missions. We be out here moving these trucks and getting the money. That's why I be on GTA for it. And I like it because
boy got a whole trucking business on GTA. Bro, that's crazy.
I got a weapon business. I got a money counterfeit business. I got a weed business, and I got a car. Like everything.
I got a link with you. I got a link with you on GTA.
My GTA online set, bro. He been good.
I can cop a bag from you online. That's crazy. All right, cool.
I ain't gonna lie. My factory. I'm about to say my factory is probably done got hit these last few months because I ain't been online. And
I ain't been online.
I probably got robbed already.
Yeah, I ain't been online. It's like 6 months.
Yeah,
my business
I haven't played GTA in like a decade. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a minute.
That's the only thing I will play enough to sit on the game. Honestly,
if you don't go online and you got a weapons factory and you got a weed farm, you'll get robbed. You'll go. Your quality will be low.
Yeah, it's terrible.
When I had more than this, but.
To go into like, you know, we always talk about this Negro news, bro. Did you hear what happened to your boy Schmark?
He got freed?
He got freed?
No, not at all. They had to drop they had to drop the murder for hire, and they hit him with another superseding indictment.
Damn.
Stalking with the result of murder. Because
so he hawked him down and blinked him, basically.
No, it's because he flew to California and then the Quando died or whatever because they got this location or whatever. So they can't prove that he paid anybody to kill him. But
was he in Cali when it happened?
Yes, but he was in Cali to do an interview with DJ Academics, I believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's who he had an interview with, and then I think Academics didn't put it out or some shit like that. But like he had a reason to be there. But yeah, so they got stalking with that resulted in murder. But they couldn't prove that he hired anybody, so he doesn't have murder for hire no more. They gave it to the dude Vani and Didi because they can prove that they paid somebody for the murder, but not Dirk.
It's just sad all around, bro.
But if his is like they was saying, like it was a lot of people coming out saying if his lawyer didn't do a press run, because this dude's been doing interviews all over the place, then he possibly could have got free.
He got a podcast with Act.
His lawyer's been on a damn press run, bro. He's done the DJ Vlad interview, bro. He's been on a podcast with Act, like Barra said, bro. He's been on Law and Crime. Like this dude's been everywhere. Like he's giving up, like he's showing his hand.
You gotta respect it.
No, you can't respect it, bro. If I'm fighting for my life and my lawyer out there having a grandiose time doing a damn press run on my name, you're fired.
Off my money?
You're fucking fired. Because they said if he didn't like present his defense before, like, you know, the before he brought the bond hearing, the bond package to court, then Dirk could have probably been free for the fact that, you know, they indicted him for lyrics, basically.
Yeah.
They used the song.
But then they just had a rule implemented where you can't. Well, that's on a state level, right? Not federal.
That's in California. You can't use lyrics against you. Yeah, no, that's in California. But no, it's not even that. It's just that the song was made 6 months before the murder. The lyrics doesn't even coincide with what happened to Quando Rano, because he says you see your son on the news, you screaming no. So it's like somebody's mom seeing their son on the news getting killed.
Oh, I know the song you're talking about. No.
Yeah, the song with Babyface Ray. Yeah, and then like it was a fan edit that they posted online with Quando Rano screaming no in it. So like that's what they indicted him off of, a fan edit. So they had to like drop that shit.
But he dropped that video after though, right?
After, but the song was like, cause like when you make music and shit, like you can make a song like a year ago and hold on to it. Yeah.
Well, I was like, he dropped that video after, and I ain't gonna lie,
it wasn't a video though. It was a fan made video. He never I'm
talking about the music video. I'm talking
about the music video. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say the actual music video. He dropped it after like the news. You feel me? But I'm pretty sure that song already been out because it wasn't a new song. But that video, he dropped it. So I'm saying like the song itself.
That video didn't have that part in there. That's what they had in the indictment, is that he recorded the song and then he had Quando in it screaming no.
Yeah, but the lyrics in the song though. In the lyrics in the song, Lil Durk is saying, "You on the news screaming no." Like
no. He said you see your son on the news, you screaming no. That's what the lyric says. You see your son on the news, you screaming no. He doesn't say you see you on the news screaming no.
You talking about so the lyrics before, because in the same verse he's like, I see green light, go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we talking about the same song. Okay.
Yeah. It's just, you just got the lyrics mixed up. He said, because that's what I thought he said too, and then I was like, I heard him say it in full context. I'm like, oh, okay, I get what he's saying. He's not saying exactly like Quando Rano screaming it. He's saying, like, you see your son on the news, you screaming no. Like you sitting on a chair watching the news, you see your son get killed on the news. No. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah. Okay. No, not my baby. Yeah, that's what they basically.
These rappers be too meticulous, man, trying to play the Riddler.
Man, yeah, bro, I wouldn't like if you involved, then I wouldn't even rap about it.
Oh my god,
I'm rap all my life type shit. Like just stick.
Yeah, the whole time. Yo, nah. I mean, you can't. Dirk know he gotta have that type of music on his albums. Like that new album that just dropped right now. Nobody really talking about it, but like I've been listening to that new album. Like
I rock with Dirk heavy. Like I rock with Dirk. He's not one of my favorite Chicago, but he damn near like second. Probably one of my.
Crazy thing is, when Dirk was coming, you could tell like Dirk was going to be one of the rappers that lasted, because he wasn't really just rapping like any regular Chicago rapper like back in the day.
Man, I was on Dirk. He dropped "This Ain't What They Want."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bang Bros.
Back when he had the long dreads.
Back then, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dirk been in it for a long time. It's crazy if he goes out like that. Like this is the end of your actual like your whole run. Like you've been in the game for like almost 15 years, and this is how it ends for you.
It's crazy. People think he only been in the game for like 3 to 5. They think he only been out for a couple months after that whole Drake song with
Nah, he been in the game for a long time.
Yeah,
he been in there for a
he's a
minute.
vet. He's a vet in the game.
Mm-hmm. He had like the 2 Chainz rise where he was okay with like the what's it called, duffel bag boy, and then he just came back.
He was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he was like top. He was just like real, like he was always at the top of the drill rap and street rap. But then
commercial.
Once things started to become more mainstream, 2015, 2014, 16, then drill rappers started to become more mainly accepted. Then that's when he was gonna obviously be one of the first, aside from Chief Keef. He was gonna be one of the first to blow up.
Yeah, I still remember when I heard 52 bars, right? One of the greatest raps I ever heard. Right?
Yeah, no auto Dirk. I rock when he be on that no auto wave sometimes. I'm trying to step up street rap recently, but I'm talking about the craft itself. I like when he be on that.
Yeah, I ain't like auto Dirk, bro. No, when he went back to Schmirk, auto Dirk, Schmirk, that's when I started rocking with him again. Because it was a time period
I rock with Schmirk. Schmirkio put me on it. That's the reason I rock with Schmirkio. Whenever he on the vocalizer, crew. But sometimes that no auto, like that Hellcat track calls, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, bro, that's what I like to hear, man. And it's unfortunate, but that's what I like to hear. I like to hear Dirk going hard. Like when he got back when Von got with him and like he started turning up again, that's when Dirk like started really.
That's what.
Really,
that's what I mean when I say no auto. Like no auto. I think that's what he mean.
Like 2019, 2018 Dirk is when Dirk started like popping off, like really, really like commercially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was when people was starting to say or compare him to NBA YoungBoy. I thought it was crazy comparisons, and now it looked like kind of apt comparisons.
And I rock with YoungBoy too, but I always thought YoungBoy was always one of those like he's just a main rapper. You feel me?
NBA YoungBoy puts out way too much music. He puts out way too much music, bro. He needs to slow down because it starts watering down the quality of his music.
I gotta disagree.
I love him. I just downloaded the Leaks mixtape or whatever. But I don't know if that was an album or a mixtape. But More Leaks, bro. I just downloaded that and I was rocking out to that just not too long ago. I fuck with NBA YoungBoy, but it was just like he was putting out so much music to where it was like, bro, like all the shit sounds the same.
I respect the rapper who keeps yelling.
I respect the rapper. He dropping. Yeah, so I mean, I get it.
He has 26. He has 26 albums. He's been in, or 26 projects. He's been in the game for like 10 years. That shit's insane.
Yeah.
You knew it was crazy.
4 projects 1 year, bro.
Yeah, in fact. Like you knew it was crazy when his label had to tell him to stop dropping albums. Like what?
Well, because they didn't want to let him out of the deal though. That's why. Because they had like a 10 album deal with him, and if he like dropped 10 albums in fucking 2 years, then they couldn't really recoup. They wanted to keep him as long as possible. So they started counting some of his albums as mixtapes. Damn, fucked them over.
But I rocks with YoungBoy though.
Yeah, I fuck with YoungBoy, bro. You know it's crazy. Like this is artist. I don't know if y'all ever like listened to him before, but Currency. He was like during the Wiz Khalifa wave.
So I was about to say there's one song with Currency and Wiz that I rock with. Let the weed have, but don't let it. I don't know what's the name of the song.
I don't know. They got a lot of songs together, but that nigga got 96 projects, bro. That's 90
projects or songs?
6. No, not songs. Projects.
Ain't nobody listening to all that.
90 fucking 6. I mean, he has a core fan base that's crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. So people was listening to them 96 projects.
That's crazy.
He has a real solid core fan, like cult fan base. I used to be a part of his cult fan base, but I fell off because too much fucking music, bro. Like let people miss you.
I gotta say no such thing, bro.
The only reason why people like still rock because he took prison breaks, bro. Like if he didn't have those like moments where he just went to prison and people was like free NBA YoungBoy, bro, he would not be as hot as he is right now because he releases way too much music.
No, I feel like you could probably have that. No, you probably could have that perspective if you're not really like a diehard fan of the rapper. But I remember when Wayne was like on his run. Yeah,
Oh
when I
no,
was
yeah,
really
you're right.
listening to
You're
Wayne,
right.
bro,
I hear what you're talking about. I hear where
I
you're
used to be
going.
stalking his updates
Yeah,
pages, waiting
yeah,
for him just a
yeah,
verse. Just give me some leaked verses. I
yeah,
don't even care
Nigga
about
yeah,
said
official.
yo,
yeah.
weak verse. Nah, I feel
Yeah,
you.
no. I hear what Bar saying because I totally agree. Yep, back in that Lil Wayne era, that's exactly how it was, bro.
Everybody.
I think you had
No
LimeWire,
ceilings.
bro. You was going on. I used to go on LimeWire,
Mhm.
just look up Lil Wayne, bro, and it'd be a new song, guaranteed, every day.
Yeah, he used to be feeding the streets. He like a mixtape every month. That's
Yeah.
probably what I feel like that's what
Dedication,
YoungBoy
the
doing.
dedication 4 and 5, no ceilings, the sorry for the
Well,
boy. What Lil Wayne was
Lil
Mhm.
Wayne copied the 50 Cent method, and then everybody else, and then Lil Wayne like went crazy with it, and Gucci Man as well, bro. I don't know if
he
y'all
was
remember
hopping on your
Gucci.
shit and making it his shit.
Gucci at the time too, like people don't give Gucci his credit, bro. Like when the Wayne was popping on, bro, Gucci was going just as hard. He wasn't as like Wayne because Wayne was super lyrical, but as far as putting out bangers and projects, Gucci was still like he was like feeding the streets too.
Yeah,
It
as
was
Yeah,
a
it was
kid,
Wayne with
Young
Gucci.
Money was popping, Gucci was popping around the same time too.
gang.
And that was
I couldn't see the comparisons with MMG and Young Money. I just thought Young Money was in a different stratosphere.
Maybach. Oh yeah, Maybach was. I mean, Maybach
What?
wasn't.
It was because Maybach had nobody but Ross and fucking
Real.
what's his name? Meek Mill.
And people were
I
saying
ain't gonna
Wale
lie
was up
though,
there.
Maybach. I took
Oh,
a
they
record to
did
my
have
house
Wale.
party. Maybach had some shit, man. They had
Wale
some
had some cuts though. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
anthems.
Yeah, no, yeah,
They had
I
some
can't knock
anthems.
Wale.
he was nice.
Yeah, Wale has some cuts. Is this Wale corny as hell? I don't know.
Wale used to be one of my favorite rappers though. He
At
was
one
tough.
point,
Yeah,
at
no,
one
He was
point,
they're
tough.
good. They're
at one
good, but
point.
we talk Young Money was just
With
generational, bro.
Wale,
Like,
because Wale and Rick, I think this is one song with Wale, Ross, and Meek. They was all on a track. And I'm like, that was one of my favorite songs for a minute, bro, for like years, bro. I forget the name of the track though.
yeah, I probably heard the song you talking about. But nah, yeah, they was
You said
nice.
Wale, Meek Mill, and Ross.
Yeah,
Oh
they
man,
all on.
it's probably mad songs with them on one song.
Yeah, they lost me when they started mentioning good music with Kanye, Pusha T. I'm like, nah, come on, bro.
Whoa, you don't think Kanye make good music?
Bag of Money.
His
Oh
group
no,
Good Music. They was
that's not it.
comparing his group to his group was called Good Music. So it was comparing that to Young Money. All the respect, like Big
Ambition?
Sean,
They had a group.
Pusha T. It was decent, but they not Lil Wayne and Drake and Nicki.
The song is called Ambition. My fault. But
Yeah, Ambition. Yeah.
Ambition.
Nah, I mean, Good Music did its run though. Good Music has some good. Big Sean was that nigga for a while, bro. Big Sean was like one of my
Wait,
favorite artists.
so hold on. Real time here. Damn, it's about but real time here. So Good Music was an actual music group, and it included Big Sean and Kanye West.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is
there was more.
I heard that a lot of other of them wasn't really signed to Good Music though.
This is news to me.
What was that song? I Don't Like. I Don't Like was just like all Good Music.
That was
rappers.
Chief Keef, bro.
Yeah, no, Chief Keef featuring like the Good Music group.
Wow.
Plus, like they had like the other
Jadakiss was on it too, bro. I would think Jadakiss was on Good Music.
Oh no, yeah, probably not. Let me look up the actual roster of Good Music.
It was Kanye, Pusha T.
So
Kanye,
wait, the
Pusha
beef
T.
is that deep. If they were all part of this group, that means there's more behind the beefs between like Pusha, Drake, and Kanye and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they always
Oh,
have
yeah.
like internal
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I swear, I never knew there was a music group behind these names. That's why I thought these niggas was all like coming up on their own. So I didn't know Pusha.
Nah. It was
It
was a conglomerate.
Who's on Good Music? Who's under Good Music? Because
all right, so it's a
bro.
I got you. It's a Big Sean.
Big
It's a Big Sean, Pusha T, Travis Scott, John
what
Legend.
the fuck? Hold
Kid
on.
Cudi,
Hold on, Travis Scott.
Tiana Taylor.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I knew Tiana Taylor for sure. Yeah.
Wait. Travis Scott and John Legend.
Yeah.
Wait, John
Is this
Legend?
a record label or a music group?
It says Good Music is a label founded by Kanye West, so technically it's a label. But yeah, it was all Good Music.
I never knew that. When
Bro,
did they stop?
I don't even know. It's Kanye. Let's be honest,
bro. I'm telling you, a lot of them said none of them really had a record. Oh, you forgetting one person. What's his name? The dude who's jacking off on the airport. What's his name? I mean, in the airplane. What's his name, bro? Timmy Turner. Come on, help me out here. Fucking the dude they said it sounded like
Designer.
Designer.
Designer. Yeah, he was there for a minute, for a second. Yeah.
Wait, so John Legend dropped
Turner.
We're Just Ordinary.
Wait, hold on.
That
Wait. Y'all didn't know this nigga got caught jacking off on the airplane?
No, but why you say Timmy Turner? Like,
because he has a song called Timmy Turner, gang.
No, I get it, but you can't just invoke Timmy Turner
right
after you just said
about the
Jack.
cartoon.
Nah,
I
you
started thinking
rattling.
about the cartoon when you said that pre-game. So
no, my bad.
But nah, that was the last major news he was in. He got caught. I'm pretty sure the news outlet was relieving himself on the plane. So
yeah,
that's insane.
He couldn't get no pussy in China, bro.
That is insane.
That was the reasoning.
But wait. So John Legend dropped all his albums under Good Music?
No, he didn't drop all his albums.
No,
that's impossible. That's impossible.
Impossible. John Legend been around way before Good Music was a thing.
So wait, when did
Good
Music start then? This like a 2015.
Like 2013, 2012 type of thing. And John Legend was out way before then. So
yeah. Crazy. So wait, he dropped All of Me album under Good Music?
Bro, I'm surprised you know John Legend album just like off the top of the head like that, because I can't. Bro, if you had a gun to my head and said name a John Legend album, I'm dying.
I can name some John Legend songs, but not.
I can name a song. I can give you a song, not album.
The All of Me album. I mean, aside from that album and aside from the song Ordinary People, I don't know that many of his songs. But even on that album, the All of Me, I could probably sing every song on that album.
Yo. Hey, I don't even know what you look like, bro. But I'm just imagining a big ass black nigga riding down the street just rapping some motherfucking John Legend.
That's crazy, bro. Nah, it's like, I bumped some John Legend, bro. All of me. I ain't messing around with some melodies, bro. Blasting through the window.
Looking back though, Good Music was stacked. To be honest, this roster better than MMG's roster.
That's what I'm saying. I'm flabbergasted. Y'all naming all these people. I'm like, they were all under one label at a point.
Kanye was a beast, bro.
It kind of sounds like that QC label because Quality Control, they had Migos, they had Lil Yachty, they had I'm pretty sure they had Uzi,
they had Lil Baby.
They had all those up and coming people at one point. So,
but Good Music was different though because he had established artists on his label. Because you probably Legend, Pusha T, fucking
that's why I was like, what the hell? When I said what I heard Travis Scott and then John Legend, I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know they had Travis Scott. That was an eye opener for me.
Yeah. That's cool.
I didn't know. Yeah, my thing was because I just looked at them as ops to Young Money. I was that big of a Wayne fan. I ain't about to lie.
You ain't rock with MMG? I mean, I didn't even know about Good Music too much.
No, I heard with
MMG.
I rock with Meek Heavy back in the day and Rick Ross. But I still viewed the overall group as ops.
What happened? I ain't gonna lie though. A lot of young when I was coming up, I'm thinking like people like Lil Mouse and Lil Twist. They finna be the next. Yeah, like the runners of the music game, and all of a sudden, like
all of them sucked,
out, bro.
Yeah,
the only one who was dope was Kid. Kid was pretty dope. Fucking even Currency, the dude I was just talking about was with Young Money, which is crazy.
He was?
Yeah. He started his career off with Young Money. Yeah. You remember that song Grown Man by Lil Wayne?
I realized Lil Twist was gonna be like the next. I thought Lil Twist and what's the name? Damn, what's the other dude name I just said? Fuck.
Lil Twist.
I said somebody before Lil Twist. I just said
you did.
The other kid, I forgot. I know you're talking about. I forgot his name.
I don't think he said Kid.
He was like a kid along with Lil Twist.
Fuck, I don't even remember. Gang, I can't even.
But him and Lil Twist, I thought they was gonna be the next big thing.
Nah, yeah, I thought so too. But I'm happy with what they did. They got Drake and Nicki, arguably the greatest, the greatest rapper of all time and greatest female rapper of all time.
I don't know about that.
Bro, you said Lil Mouse. Lil Mouse was the nigga from. You said Lil Mouse. Lil Mouse was never signed to Young Money. Lil Mouse was.
I didn't mean to say Lil Mouse.
I know he talked. It was like two little kids that was on Young Money.
He said Lil Mouse, so I had to rewind and see what he said. Yeah, Lil Mouse said, "Fuck around with them, fuck around. You fuck around and get smoked."
Yeah, that was a tough song. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That had the hood jumping.
That had the hood cracking.
I get smoked. Oh, we go crazy.
You know something go crazy at that time if Lil Wayne dropped a remix to it. What, bro? You know your song was going doo-doo.
Facts. He ain't even kick him off the song. Like he still had him on the mixtape. Like that's fire. Yeah, that's fire.
Yep. Oh, somebody said Lil Chucky. Yeah, Lil Chucky.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Lil Chucky.
Lil Chucky.
Well, yo, what's up, Juju? He said we don't care. Why be free and drop peak? I was just talking. Are you talking about the More Leaks mixtape or the one? Bro, he drops too much music. I don't even know
he dropped the mixtape already.
He just dropped. When did YB
just
drop?
He dropped
recently, like.
Or unless he dropped that, unless it was one more, it was one before this one that I just listened to.
Don't tell me you hurt me. My fault, bro. But nah, I only rock with certain YB songs.
Yo, Juju, bro, you probably never met Juju. Juju is probably like the closest in the anime community to YoungBoy, bro. I remember we had a debate when we back on like in the days like when we first started the channel out and shit, and he'd come on and debate people, bro. Literally crash out on. I don't know how to fucking explain crashing out verbally, bro, but literally crashing out on it. Like go from completely calm, go from 1 to 100 like an instant, bro. Fucking Bugatti.
my thing with YoungBoy, I feel like he got too much like motivation to fail. Like even if he kind of falls off right now, I see him selling like a 300K album in the future. Like maybe not next year, maybe like in 5 years, maybe even like in 8 years. He's still gonna be dropping hell.
If he dropping some music like Press Teams and All In, I'm gonna be listening to it.
He's one of the only artists that can drop an album and goes platinum, and he has like really no crazy radio singles, bro.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like most of his run is like with like barely any radio play, which is crazy.
No radio.
Yeah, March 7th, More Leaks
like,
came out. Yeah, that's the mixtape that just recently came out. That's why I was saying it. Yeah.
The most viral YoungBoy song I think of is that Right Foot Ain't Walking With the Thing. That's the most like radio play song I think he has.
Yeah. Casey Talk was that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Nevada should have been playing.
Yeah, Nevada was crazy too. Yeah. Rest in Peace Dump, probably like one of my favorite songs from bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit touches me.
Oh, he died. Oh, someone on Nevada died?
What? No, he got a song called R.I.P. Dump.
Oh,
I think Dump was his manager or something. He got an artist called Lil Dump that's his manager's nephew. Some shit like that.
All right, that's fine.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not.
If Young Money ever make like a victory album, YoungBoy invited. He's invited.
Bro, I don't want to hear Tyga. I don't want to hear Nicki Minaj.
I said big three.
You said Young Money though. I'm like, bro, I don't.
A Young Money big three album. Tyga. Just Drake, Wayne.
I barely want to hear Drake.
And Nicki. Crazy.
Bro, I gotta like pick and choose when I listen to Wayne, bro. No, that generation is over with, bro. They had their run. I don't want to hear shit else from them.
If that hypothetical album drops, it's selling at bare minimum 500K. Bare minimum.
It's selling.
I might say breaks a million.
It's selling top 30K.
Damn.
Stop it. Drake is, as soon as Drake puts his name on it, it's selling 100K. Like, we already know that.
It's going to do first week 12K copies, bro. It's going automatically wood.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Bar. This last album Drake and P&D dropped, it's my least listened to Drake album. And I normally be on top of it, pause, within the first 2 days.
It's probably my most listened Drake. I bumped this album way more. I bumped Honestly Nevermind and Her Loss.
Whoa, Honestly Nevermind, bro.
Yeah.
If it's a banger.
Album, no, every Drake album is a banger. Don't get me wrong, but I bumped this album a lot more than his most recent album.
Blazing Drake. Here we go again with the Blazing of Drake. That's crazy.
I think nah. I just think it's a couple songs on this album that he dropped that's like I feel like I really gotta listen to it. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta do it justice because some of the songs that I rock with that I added to my playlist off the album is like they came across like randomly, and I'm like, oh shit, this off the album. This is hard. So I gotta really sit down and listen to it more than once, but like when he dropped Honestly Nevermind, when he dropped what's the one Certified Lover Boy, and even the For All the Dogs, bro, within the first day, bro, I think probably the hour I was on top of it, probably halfway through or finished the album. So, but it just wasn't the same for this one. I don't know why.
I got heavily disagree. I feel like No Key already lighting the streets up. It's called Somebody Loves Me already lighting the streets up.
That's the Nokia, right? Who's calling my phone? Yeah, that shit.
and then the Somebody Loves Me song that's going crazy. Die Trying is going crazy. Yeah.
Somebody Loves Me. I rocks with that, and then I rock with that other one. What's the title? It's like what language is it? Hold on.
Small Town. Oh, you talking about Meet Your Padres?
It's
It's
one
like
song.
what languages?
Nah, it's a song that I think it's an interlude, Barbara, because not Drake or P&D is on it, but it's a girl.
Oh, Pimmy's Dilemma?
Yes, bro. That song go crazy, bro. It kind of reminds me of like Yeba's Heartbreak on the Certified Lover Boys, like a pause between like the whole album. It was a hard little transition.
Yeah, in fact.
Nah, he go crazy with the interludes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'll get that to Drake all the time.
But then he comes back with what was it called? Oh, let me look at the track list because he came back with some fire. I'm pretty sure right after that was like Brian's I forgot what it was called.
Right, he would never live down a song he did with 21 Savage, even though that shit was a banger. 21, would you do something for me? Bro, like that shit is so fucking
bad pause,
bro.
I rocked with that song though.
I know I said the song was hard. Bro, 21's my nigga. But bro, it's just they meme it for being so fucking sweet.
Hey, bro. But Drake always been a meme guy, bro. That's why I rock them, bro.
Yeah, bro. I remember when they did that was like one of the first AI videos I seen ever, bro. And it was like they had so many crazy AI versions, bro. Oh my god, the AI videos was going nuts at that point in time.
Not factors, but I gotta run through this track list. I'm sorry, but after Pimmy's Dilemma, he goes to Brian Steele, banger. Give Me a Hug, arguably top 2 song on the album.
Give Me a Hug.
Raining in Houston, banger. Lasers, banger. Meet Your Padres. Then Nokia and Die Trying are 2 most streamed songs on the album. Just this, this 7-song run. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry.
Raining in Houston because I'll be related to shit. That shit is hard too.
That nigga, because you live in Houston, a song.
Hey, I like listen. Raining in Houston is a hard track. Nokia is, bro. Even the earlier today, I was like, it was just that bass. Especially you hear it on the right time. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my? I'm like, all right, that's a hard song. Definitely after that Dilemma track. Give Me a Hug is hard. I gotta listen to Brian Steele. I never heard that. Celibacy is okay.
Somebody lawyer
banger.
Song about a lawyer,
huh?
Brian Steele
song about the lawyer.
Yeah.
Seriously, bro. I ain't never listened to that album.
I ain't hear. I don't know what Brian Steele sound like. I gotta hear that.
It's fire.
Is it literally about the lawyer though, Brian Steele, or?
Not really. It's like a playoff of Pimmy's Dilemma, where Pimmy was like, "Don't go out with your friends." He's I'm
sleep. I'm gonna listen to that shit tonight.
Yeah.
Once I head out. I'm gonna listen to that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that shit on the road, bro. I'm sleep because I rocked with Dilemma.
Hey, did y'all come up with the list of how much time Kawaki would do in jail, bro?
I actually do have a list of charges for him. Y'all know I don't like Kawaki, so of course I was going to participate.
Bro, you said I already got a list of charges.
I do have a list of charges for him, and I also have a list of charges I'm willing to drop, but charges that are sticking on my butt.
Willing to drop is crazy.
Bro,
hey, like I know you said that you had like a limited amount of time, and I did want to get
I ain't gonna lie to you. I already got ready before the pod, so right now all I need to do is just leave the house. So we good. You feel me?
All right, bet. So let's talk about it. So I want to give all credit for this idea to Naruto Explain. He dropped a video and it popped up in my recommends. Well, he did a premiere on it. It was like how much time will Kawaki go into jail. I didn't get to watch it. I was working, so it was like on mute the whole time. But I do that to support people. But anyways, never mind. But so like I hit up Bara, hit up Black. I was like, yo, y'all should come up with some charges for Kawaki, and we're gonna see how much time Kawaki gets.
Charges.
Yeah, bro. We're going to trump up charges
for the crimes
so far,
bro. See, Bar doesn't read the group chat, bro. He don't read the group chat at all. Oh, yeah, now we're going to be talking to Bar now, bro. He's a defense lawyer. We're talking about defense lawyer Bar now, bro. I forgot.
What is it the hell?
Shit,
I'm just a regular anime
with a defense lawyer.
I'm a regular anime viewing pedestrian looking at the situation in a clear, concise, unbiased way. All due respect, I present the crimes, and I'll tell you if he should be
murder.
Okay, I was about to say
he got what's his name? All right, you could probably count that as self-defense because he attacked him first. But it's Boro, and then you got Boruto.
Stop it! Don't worry, not. Yeah, I'm about to charge him.
Oh, and we got a Shiki. We got a Shiki too, but I mean, you can count that as self-defense.
What? Look, all right, this is what I got him for.
Yeah, I'm about to charge him for killing people who are committing treason. What are we doing here?
I got him for attempted murder. This man tried to kill Boruto. I got him for aggravated assault. He almost attacked a little kid.
Wait a minute. We gotta go one by one.
Okay,
he didn't
attempted murder. He attempted
to kill Boruto. Boruto himself said to do it. Like
after he sealed this man's parents, he tried to kill Boruto. That's attempted murder. If
all
Boruto
right,
fought
that's
back,
a different
if
scenario.
Boruto fights
If-
back,
if-
that means he doesn't want to die. He fought back.
Boruto said verbatim, if I turn to Momoshiki again, you can kill me. That's
Okay,
what
here we
he
go.
said.
Did Boruto fight back? Yes or no?
Yeah, he fought back.
Okay.
What would you expect
And
him to
then
do?
secondly,
I don't know if
did
that was
Kawaki,
Momoshiki controlling him or not.
did Kawaki admit to attempting to kill him in that instance? Yes. Or no?
Yes.
Okay,
But
there we go.
again,
There we have it. Now I'm not counting the times where they agreed. I'm saying it's an attempt of murder right before our eyes, Bart.
but they did agree upon that.
They did, but I'm saying at that moment, the agreement was already long past.
Nah.
He attempted to murder him.
Freaking, you be the judge right here. Boruto says, if I turn to Momoshiki again, you could kill me. And then he turns to Momoshiki again. Now, don't be wrong. Of course,
I mean, in
Boruto
a
in that
court of
moment.
law,
No.
bro.
He turns. So yes, he said.
If we're talking about the court of law, if we're talking about American
We're talking
standards,
about
that's
the
what
court
we're
of
going off
public
of right now.
We're talking about the court of gangster.
We're trumping up charges on him, bro. We prosecutors at this point, bro. You
Bar is
pig
right
now. So
Bar is right because even after he turned into
What?
Momoshiki, he killed him, bro. That's true, but. After
But
that,
still.
after Boruto died, it's like he didn't turn. He sensed Momoshiki.
Yo, Black Lucia, you can write me a letter and write out to the fucking cops right now saying that I gave Free Game the permission to murder me, and if I go and I murder you, I promise you, I'm still going to jail.
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, exactly. So, but I'll give you this, Bara: attempted murder, aggravated assault, murder, and genocide are the charges I'm willing to drop. But defamation of character, conspiracy, resisting arrest, and human trafficking, they're sticking.
Whoa, human! Damn!
Wait a second. What?
He said,
I'm not getting past the first attempted murder. Wait a second. Wait a second. The first attempt
human trafficking.
The first attempted murder. I give where Black Lucia coming from, where he said the agreement was from before. My point is that agreement is like a forever contract agreement. Like he can't just call it off. He can't call off the hit just because now I feel like
I'm willing to give you each one if you can give me a rightful art. So I will accept that because I said attempted murder was one of the charges I'm willing to drop. But
I can't drop
aggravated assault,
I can't drop murder, bro.
Aggravated assault for who?
When they were in the village, he almost attacked the little kid with a full-blown mutated arm. Naruto had to stop him. Was that not aggravation and assault?
Well, he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him.
Who?
Well, that's beyond the point. He didn't touch him. There was no assault there.
It could be meant to cause bodily harm. Commit to the attempt to commit bodily harm with a dangerous weapon. That's a charge.
That can fall. Yep. So I'm willing to drop it though. I'll give you that. I'm dropping murder. If I'm dropping attempted murder, I'm gonna drop his murder charge. He only killed Boruto and Garo, and Garo had it coming.
He only killed Boruto and Garo. That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, that murder charge is sticking.
Boruto is well alive. Boruto is well alive, bro. I don't know what y'all doing with my.
Okay. It has to be attempted murder. Yeah. You're right. It has to be. My bad.
It was a consensual. It was a consensual attempted murder.
It doesn't matter.
It does,
bro. There's no such thing as a consensual murder. What? There's no such thing.
In the Ninja world, it does.
No, bro. We're talking about American law. We're dropping this down to American standards right now. We're not talking about the Ninja world. Like Kawaki is committing these atrocities in here in America in 2025.
How much time did Kakashi get for assassinating Rin?
What, bro?
She jumped in front of his Chidori.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, there you go. He answered the question.
If he got a good lawyer,
wait. He still killed her.
He can beat that case with a good lawyer.
Yeah, you can beat that case for sure.
How's he beating that case with a good lawyer?
That's like if somebody run in front of your car and you hit him.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna go to court. You're probably gonna go to jail that day.
There's
but
a
you're probably
terminology
gonna
for that.
Who were the witnesses?
There's a terminology for accidental deaths. There's a terminology for that.
Yeah.
Depending on all of the evidence provided and the witnesses at the stand. But even for
the witness,
who was the witnesses?
Obito.
Who were the Obito? Or did Obito testify?
He has to. He has to, bro. He has to.
What about
the
genocide?
Hidden Leaf Village?
He's genocide. He threatened to kill all Otsutsuki.
We're not talking about Obiso right now. We're talking about Kawaki, bro. I don't care if two people consent. If I tell you right now, bro, I give you permission to shoot me in the head, and you shoot me in the head, bro, I promise you're going to jail. Even if you shoot me in the head and I survive and I'm completely fine afterwards, you're at least going to jail for attempted murder. The cops want to tell you should be glad that he didn't die, because you will be getting a murder charge right now. That's exactly what they'll tell you.
You can't compare Donald Trump's America to Minato's Hidden Leaf Village. You can't.
Bro,
They're two completely different scenarios.
Okay,
right now,
so how
in the Hidden Leaf Village, murder might literally be legal.
In this scenario right now, bro, that we are concocting, we're putting it in American standards 2025.
Even
Donald
in
Trump's America.
Even in Shikamaru's
Hidden Leaf Village.
How do you argue? How do you argue defamation of character and human trafficking?
Yeah, how do you argue?
Because murder and attempted murder, aggravated assault, we could go back and forth. But
I had defamation of character on mine too.
What's the defamation of character?
Bro, he made
everybody. Boruto and he sullied the man's name.
Well, first things first. He didn't necessarily frame Boruto and sully his name. He's framing himself and selling his own name, because if hypothetically omnipotence gets reversed, they're all thinking about Kawaki. They're thinking Boruto is Kawaki. So technically, Kawaki is selling his own name. He lied on himself.
Look, this is why I'm saying Bar is a defense attorney, bro.
And I had to look this up.
We're talking about facts here. Like,
if we went into court, if y'all was both lawyers, if Black Uchiha was the prosecutor and Bar was the defense attorney, you like defamation of character. How do you argue that? Bar gonna hit him right back. Well, I'm like,
it's a fact. Because everyone thinks Boruto is Kawaki, so Kawaki's literally selling his own name. That's defamation of his own character, and that's not a law.
If you want to go into technicalities, you can say that if everybody was calling, if everybody was calling Boruto Kawaki, essentially, like that. But no, they're calling him Boruto, so it's still his name that's being sullied. Defamation of his character, regardless of if they think it's Kawaki. Now, if they were still switch places, but for some reason they called Kawaki Boruto and they called Boruto Kawaki, then I would be like, okay, it's a little tricky, but you can't argue that. You can't argue that.
We've already seen that material things don't really mean anything in regards to omnipotence. Like, people are literally seeing baby pictures of the actual Boruto and thinking that's Kawaki.
Okay, you know what? I'll give you that, because you're actually coming up with legit points. Okay, what about conspiracy?
Hold on. Let me give one. Let me give one.
How are we about to argue?
Hold on. Let me give one for Bar to argue. Identity theft. How do you argue
identity theft? Again, bro, we just talked about it.
Somebody's identity, bro.
He's not stealing anyone's identity. They think Boruto is Kawaki. Like, that's his own identity he's running with.
Bro, all right. So identity theft is you using a false identity and portraying that character. So if I go into a motherfucking dealership with somebody else's ID, with somebody else's name on my ID and my face on it, and I present a social security card, I am presenting identity theft. Even if they think I am that person.
I'm pretty sure his ID say Kawaki.
It probably says Boruto Uzumaki, bro. Identity theft, bro. He stole. Everybody believes that he is Boruto. This is crazy. He is Lord Seven's son. Do they not believe he's Lord Seven's son?
So you telling me if I walk in my same ID that say Robert, if I walk in and all of a sudden everybody else think I'm another Robert, and then all of a sudden I gotta go down for identity theft? No, they just think I'm somebody else.
No. Hold on. You have to knowingly, dude. I'm talking about he knowingly committed identity theft. If you go into a bank and they accidentally give you money because they think that you're another Robert, that's on the bank's fault. That's not your fault at all. You just presented the transaction. Like, you didn't go there and intentionally commit some type of fraud. But the Kawaki intentionally switched it. Well, I can't say he
didn't intentionally intentionally do it.
Did he ask Ada to do it? Yeah, I think he did. Didn't he provoke Ada into doing it?
Nah,
bro.
It just happened.
I think he grabbed onto her too, which would be groping.
What? Trying anything. We just tried anything. When the truth don't work, they start telling lies, bro. I tell you.
Hold on. Did I have one more charge? Hold on. Let me see if I got another. You got another one, Black? Hold on. You said conspiracy. My bad. Yeah, Black said conspiracy. Conspiracy for what, though?
And resisting arrest.
Resisting arrest. What are we talking about here now?
I had fleeing and eluding. That was right there. Like resisting arrest.
From who?
From the village when he
got
arrested.
Caught? When he got caught?
Yeah, because they all believe Kawaki murdered Lord Seventh, right? And it was all chasing Kawaki until the omnipotence thing happened. Correct? He was fleeing and eluding. He was running away from the law, bro.
In my personal opinion, he was resisting Momoshiki.
Nah, there's no resisting Momoshiki, bro. He was running away. That's fleeing and eluding.
He fought against an Otsuka member and felt like he needs to take flight. I'm sorry, like if that's a crazy thing to assume, I guess you got to take him down for resisting arrest. But I mean, if we talk about resisting arrest, I mean, what was that? A few days of community service? Maybe he got split with a couple of leaves in the Hidden Leaf Village. What's the problem?
Sasuke and Shikamaru literally had that man in our world what would be at gunpoint, and they told him to stop. And what happened with Naruto? What's going on? And he resisted, and he was like, either kill me or we're going to continue fighting. That he gave them an ultimatum. That's resisting arrest. Conspiracy. Naruto is essentially the head of this village. So if you're the head of this government, and then you also haven't answered for human trafficking, so you human traffic the head of the village and the first lady. And then
the head of the village and the first lady? Excuse me, what?
Not the Hokage and Hinata, the head of the village and the first lady. Yeah.
Yeah, human trafficking.
Anyway. They're in a different dimension, Bar. That's not their home. They've been trafficked as humans. So you human traffic these humans. That automatically falls onto human trafficking and conspiracy because not only are they humans, but this the head of the village. So you conspire to have the head's son killed in your place because of your projection. Mind you, regardless of if it's right or wrong, it's still a conspire. It's conspired to be done in a way where Boruto is dead, and then once that is done, Naruto will come back. That's a conspiracy.
Well. First things first. Let's get step by step. It wasn't human trafficking. Human trafficking, it depends on if someone. It depends on if
taking somebody from one place to another without their.
Let me read the actual definition. It says the unlawful act of transporting or coercing people in order to benefit from their work or service. Kawaki isn't benefiting from any work or service. In fact, they're not doing anything.
He is benefiting because Naruto is not in his way to tell him stop doing what he's doing.
But again, that's not necessarily benefiting from his work. That's benefiting from his lack of work. That's not a part of human trafficking.
Hold on.
If it's not human trafficking, he's at least participating in kidnapping, bro. He kidnapped them, but he took them from one place.
What are we talking about here?
It doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. Kidnapping is a broad term. It doesn't just mean you're just taking a kid. Kidnapping is just taking somebody against their will. So it would be human trafficking as well because he plays Naruto and Hinata in a different dimension. And hold up. If we're trumping this up to real world charges, Naruto is considered a government official. He is considered a government official. So kidnapping a federal official, mandatory minimum is 20 years.
Human trafficking by Oxford. It says the unlawful act of transporting or coercing people in order to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. Okay, so excluding the part of benefiting from their work, because obviously he's not having Naruto or Hinata work for him inside of the dimension, but he unlawfully transported or coerced, whichever word you want to use, from one point to another.
But that's not human trafficking.
That is human trafficking.
Those humans.
Just because you can place two words together doesn't make it the terminology.
It's like, come on. And even then, what about the conspiracy? What about the genocide? Like,
what conspiracy? What conspiracy?
To kill the Hokage's son.
There you go.
Wait a second.
It's even better because we got omnipotence. You can argue.
It
can be argued back and forth between how omnipotence was casted. But the entire fact of saying, "Oh, Naruto is dead," and he died at Boruto's hands, understanding your situation, you are
understanding that everyone thinks that Boruto is Kawaki.
So you're conspiring to complete a task under normal circumstances. This task will not be completed. So you must conspire in order for it to be completed.
No, he's telling the truth. Everyone thinks that Boruto is Kawaki.
How did Boruto kill Naruto? Is that the truth? How is that the truth?
Everyone thinks Boruto is Kawaki. Who's to blame for the seventh Hokage's disappearance?
But no. Even disappearance would have been a different matter. He said Naruto is dead by Boruto's hands. So where is the truth in that sentence?
Well, okay. I mean, you can't necessarily charge someone for lying. I guess that would be a lie.
After kidnapping a government official and human trafficking them, I'll give you.
He didn't human traffic anyone.
I'll give you human trafficking. Kidnap. Did he not kidnap them? Did he kidnap them?
Can't just say because he trafficked the human is human trafficking. That's not how it goes.
Okay, but did he kidnap them? Yes or no?
Well,
did he kidnap them?
Define yes kidnapping.
Okay, let me go back to Oxford real quick.
Okay, he's going to go back to Oxford. I'm using ChatGPT. He's in the
kidnapping definition: the action of abducting someone and holding them captive.
Yep, he's definitely doing that, keeping them captive in another dimension against their will.
Do we know that Naruto didn't want to go to that other dimension?
Yes, we did, bro. He was holding his hand out.
Wait a second. Did he say that?
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Okay, so if you want to do that,
if you want to
do that,
don't ask questions. Don't find out the truth. I'm sorry.
Naruto's last words before he was sealed was, "If you think," somewhere along the lines, I'm paraphrasing because I know it's going to be meticulous people in the chat, but along the lines of, "If
imagine
you think I'm going to let you do that,"
this is hearsay, Judge. This is hearsay.
Your Honor,
where is it?
Cap.
Where is it? This is in Boruto chapter. What chapter?
What chapter did they get sealed? What chapter did they get sealed? Naruto literally said, "If you think I'm going to allow that to happen, you must be crazy." Along the lines, Your Honor, mind you, I'm paraphrasing here, and also, Your Honor, may I add that Hinata, once having some suspicion of what Kawaki was about to do, she slapped the brakes off.
Chapter
his
77.
Did she not slap him? Free game. Am I correct?
Yep.
She slapped him. Okay, so Hinata slapped him because she knew what he was alluding to, aka in this case, killing Boruto. So she slapped him, and Naruto stood up and got into a defensive position, and obviously chose words of resistance against Kawaki in the terms of, "If you think I'm going to allow this to happen, ... because, Your Honor, I do not understand or remember precisely what Naruto said after that." But how does this allude to Naruto wanting or even not even showing any signs of wanting or not wanting to be taken? I'm pretty sure he wanted to see the last 3 years of his children's lives. I rest my case for him.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back to see exactly what the situation.
I'm there.
Was,
you want me to pull it up?
All I'm hearing right now is just straight up hearsay.
I got you.
Went down. What I feel.
Your Honor,
just
I
happened,
present this evidence here. I present
Exhibit A.
I don't know what the hell that's. Exhibit A. There you go. Yep. What is it? Nothing. I'm just have blah blah blah. We can skip all that. Since they're all stubborn problem children. Sorry to be a pain, Kawaki. How'd you? The lookouts are incompetent as usual, which is true. No lies told, because they rely solely on detecting chakra. This should be obvious, but don't tell anyone I'm here. What about your mission? Take a seat. I want to talk to you. It'll be dinner time when Hima gets home. Why don't you stay and eat too? Just sit down. It won't take long. See, Naruto don't know what's going on.
Exhibit C. He didn't even care about Himawari. Come on. Keep on going.
I know I say this a lot, but I'm grateful to you truly. This again, stop it. It's getting creepy. You changed me from it's getting creepy. So Naruto's worried.
Obviously,
you don't know if he's going to take his draw or not. Exactly. You changed me from a bastard who is just a vessel. I was walking corpse into corpse. You had no reason to live.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You exaggerate. You were plenty fine from the start, if you ask me. A kind-hearted person who is willing to sacrifice oneself to protect others, just as you did with Himawari and me. You enabled me to do so by awakening this version of me that I did not know exist. I would do anything to protect you, even die without hesitation. Yes, that's kind of odd. My world revolves around you. I know that's really odd again. To an extent
Literally
that
evidence that
surprises me.
Naruto wouldn't do anything against
Yeah, hold on. But this world we live in is full of crap, and generally good people like you are those who die first. So long as gigantic pieces of crap like the Osusuki are running muck, it's a ninja. It's the job of the ninja to dispose of such bastards, right? No,
there's a
ninja
rebuttal, Your Honor, from Naruto.
Die earlier. That's the extent of it. I don't get what you're saying. Naruto's getting angry. I only know what's now. I've gained these powers, but what comes of taking Wait, hold on. That's what comes of taking on Osusuki. My bad, I can't read right now. Whether a ninja or not, you have no choice except to be killed. I really
Naruto is literally not saying anything against.
Can we pause here, Your Honor?
Hold on.
Hinata right there at this moment, Your Honor. Hinata realizes where Kawaki is going because Naruto grew up as a character that it took a little longer for him to get to the point. He doesn't understand what Kawaki is trying to say right now. Hinata right there, her face tells you she understands what he's saying. Basically, I'm about to go off your son.
So now we're saying the alleged victim is stupid, like judge or would judge.
Yes, he is kind of.
May we continue to the end, Your Honor?
Yes, I will destroy the Osusuki, every last one, using their own powers to root them all out. Another conspiracy to commit murder. Every last one, I can hear. You hear the proper.
Opposed.
Hold on. I came here to follow proper procedure because I shouldn't do this without telling you. Wait, Kawaki, are you saying? Do you know what my first thought was when I found out Boruto wasn't alive? So he just admitted to committing attempted murder.
And
I failed to take him down.
It was assisted suicide. That's what it was. It was assisted suicide.
That's crazy.
Forced quit. My bad.
I even felt a sort of guilt over having messed up. It actually surprised me, but this time I swear that's crazy to tell somebody in front of their face.
Look, boom, get slapped.
He's a victim. My defendant is a victim in this whole scenario. We're literally watching assault happen. I hope the jury is seeing this. This is crazy. This is absurd.
That is his adopted mother, Your Honor. She has the right to discipline when she feels he is out of pocket, and he was out.
Is that who we are? Child abuse is now acceptable just because you birthed them? Is that where
Your
we are?
Honor, have we?
I know you're making. I know damn well you'll be making mama put belt to ass a couple times, bro.
I'm about to say, Your Honor, have you never had belt put to ass as a child?
That is an insane justification for child abuse,
bro. No, Bar is Jamaican. His mother is Jamaican, but he got belt put to ass coming up. I know, and you would not say your mom abused you as a child.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no decent human being would think that way. My blah blah blah. Only a crazy person could kill their own brother. Don't misunderstand. I'm totally calm and thinking straight. So he's totally calm, thinking straight. Not under no drugs, under no psychosis. I've already reached a conclusion that
seems like the only one in this scenario.
And because you guys won't ever be able to carry it out, I'll do it, even if it means you'll hate me to death for it. And then Kawaki, I won't let you. So you'll end up killing me before you get to Boruto. Can you still do it?
Oh, Your Honor, pause. Who said that, Your Honor, before they were forcibly taken away against their will?
Well, wait a second. What did Naruto say?
What did Naruto say, Your Honor?
I won't let you. So you'll end up killing me before you get to Boruto. Can you still do it?
I like to hear that. All right. Okay, go ahead. Bro.
Again, Boruto. It's true.
So he's saying, essentially, I'm not going to let you do whatever you're planning to do, Kawaki. So I'm going to be in your way.
First things first. My point is he's not against the overall plan of killing Otsutsuki members. He's against killing Boruto. That's my point. But nowhere here does Naruto say, I don't want to go to the other dimension. Nowhere here does Naruto say that. And again, the whole point of kidnapping is taking
somebody grab you and
where does
so somebody if you're having a conversation with somebody there, if you're having a conversation with somebody and then you throw them in a car and take them without them consenting just because they didn't say, oh no, I didn't want to go in the car with you, that's not kidnapping?
Well, I'm pretty sure they have time to not to establish that they don't consent.
So you think
Naruto
I would say this arm reaching out here.
So did Naruto give his consent to go to this dimension, Bara?
He does not look like he's giving consent right there in this picture.
Did he give his consent to?
It didn't look like it was without his consent. It looked like he didn't say anything. It looked like he understood it. The plan.
Okay, so what does consent mean? Let's see. Let's go back to Oxford real quick.
Oxford's crazy, bro.
Definition.
Are you really looking through are you really looking through a fucking encyclopedia?
No, this is real definition.
Consent.
The real definition you should be looking up is kidnap, because this doesn't fit.
I just had the kidnapping. All right, so here, real quick, kidnapping.
Not human trafficking though. Human trafficking has been dropped.
The kidnapping is the action of abducting someone and holding them captive. Now, consent, permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. Now, where was the permission or agreement shown in any regard? I'll even take body language for Naruto to be sent to a separate dimension for the next 3 years and miss the growth of his children.
It also says unlawful taking or restraint, use of force, threat or deception, movement or concealment of the person, even a few feet can count. No consent from the victim.
And it says holding them captive. Now let's ask Oxford, what does captive mean?
I didn't see any force in what Kawaki did.
But what I would give him, he would get second degree kidnapping.
I didn't see any force.
Kidnapping.
A person who has been taken prisoner,
no injury or ransom, but
or
still forced
an animal that has been confined. So, are they not like in a space, confined within a space against their will? Can they move on their own free accord right now, Bara?
Well, technically, they can't do anything because time isn't flowing. If they wanted to move, that would mean, if they want to do anything, that would mean time is flowing. And if that means time is flowing, then of course they could move.
So they have no ability.
They're being restrained. Yeah.
No, they can move, but that would just mean that time is flowing.
I just asked ChatGPT. It says, I asked, is Kawaki putting Naruto in another dimension considered kidnapping? It says absolutely. And in the real world legal terms, yes, Kawaki putting Naruto in a dimension would consider kidnapping and possibly even more. So let's break it down.
There's no consent here.
They want to break it down.
All right, so we got my guy on kidnapping. All right, so if y'all want to say that, so we got him on kidnapping, and that's pretty much it. Just
defamation of character and resistance.
Again, it's not defamation of character. He's defaming his own character. We went over that.
Defamation of character. He told the world. He's defaming his own character. He told the world. He told the world that Boruto killed Naruto. That is defamation of Boruto's character because he's
talking about himself.
But he's falsely accused Boruto. Even if he's talking, when people see Boruto, they're going up to Boruto as the killer of Naruto.
But they still view Boruto as Kawaki. So again, he's talking about himself.
It's still a defamation of Boruto's character. Because who's living through the results? Boruto?
Oh, for how long? We're talking about 3 years.
But right now, it's been Boruto. It's been what's the verb version of that word? He defamed his character for the last 3 years.
What is it called again? So the alternative would be for Kawaki to say, nah, I'm the son of Boruto. The son of Naruto was the person who actually killed Naruto. Like, I'm the person who did this. That's the alternative. You want him to do that?
The alternative is to not say Naruto is dead and not kill him or not send him away.
Again,
okay, look, hold up. ChatGPT just said right now.
I don't think it's a crime.
So
are you going in and out? Or is it just
attempted murder? Real world legal breakdown. I charges that. Can y'all hear? Oh crap!
You kind of cutting out.
Yeah.
Or you going in and out type shit. But yeah. But what was what we was talking? The defamation. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me better? Oh no, I asked. I was just saying. I asked ChatGPT. I was just asking. I said I used to ask ChatGPT about when Boruto asked Kawaki to kill him, and he tried but didn't succeed with charges that real world legal breakdown. Number 1, attempted murder. Yes, still a crime, even if Boruto asked for it, and even if the motive was to protect others. You cannot legally consent to being killed in most countries. Kawaki intended to kill, took action, and failed. That's the legal definition of attempted murder. Penalty 10 to 25 years of life, depending on the state or country.
Okay, but we agree that this isn't the real world.
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Orochimaru literally killed the Hokage.
No, but we're going by real world standards.
Orochimaru would
I already established.
We're not charging Orochimaru right now.
No,
bro, I already got
his docket, bro.
We got some. We got some pending charges on Orochimaru, bro. That's going to be presented next podcast. We got some charges pending. There's no superseding indictment on Orochimaru right now. We're talking about the Kawaki indictment.
Exactly.
I don't believe it should be charged in the real world. Like
the government, the state of Konoha versus Kawaki.
Murder in the Hidden Leaf Village is nowhere closely compared to murder in the actual real world. Like it's completely.
But
different.
we're using real world crimes to charge this man, so we have to find the balance.
I'm sorry, it got to be crimes in context of the Hidden Leaf.
And plus,
we can't just say jaywalking and all of a sudden we arresting Kawaki.
It's crazy. It's crazy because you can't even just simply subduing Naruto and Hinata in another dimension. Like that's egregious. That's a crime. That's a crime right there.
We still haven't.
Naruto, there's no.
We already got kidnapping is for sure.
There's no one in their right mind who would
I'll concede kidnapping.
Agree in that situation and what's happening. If that was the case, Kawaki would have been like, "Hey, by the way, I'm sending you guys over to the Daikoku 10th dimension." Hinata would have been like, "Yeah, let me go get my bags real quick." No.
All right. So his only charge that we can get stick is kidnapping.
Nope.
A government official. It's like kidnapping the president. That's still life.
Yeah, that's like 10 to 20. No, it's 10 to 20 years.
I still reject the fact that he kidnapped him because Naruto didn't necessarily realize that any time has passed yet.
Bro,
Naruto knew what was about to happen, and Naruto literally said, "I'm not gonna let that."
Naruto has moved probably like in Naruto's mind, probably like 0.3 seconds has elapsed. But so in his mind, he hasn't been kidnapped.
That's about perception. No, that's about perception versus reality. In the reality,
and I argue perception is more. I'd argue perception.
In reality, now from Naruto's case, but in reality, the world that he was governing has been absent of his presence for the last 3 years. That's the reality, and as a result of that, Kawaki's actions, we see the things that have been occurring. Now, I'm not even gonna tag on charges that could stick. So we're just gonna ride with the kidnapping a government official and conspiracy because like those are you can't drop those charges. You can't,
bro. Like I
could roll with them charges. I could roll with them charges and try to get the minimum. If we just saying he's going down for kidnapping, I'll agree. He just going down for kidnapping.
No.
We'll discuss it.
We've been using ChatGPT. If we can use ChatGPT to figure out if 100 humans can beat a goddamn gorilla, then we can trump up some charges for Kawaki on what he did, bro. We got attempted murder,
but I'm saying
victim Boruto.
I'm saying murder.
Hold on. Let's go through these charges real quick.
Completely different in Ninja World than in real life. We can't compare.
No, bro. We were trumping up real world charges. So look at the title: Kawaki's potential real world, not Ninja World charges, real world charges. So we got attempted murder.
But that just invalidates the ChatGPT.
Attempted murder,
kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment.
Thank you, of a government official. False imprisonment, abuse of power.
I don't know how he get that one though. Kawaki acted outside of the law, took justice.
He's doing the things he's doing because he can. That's abuse of power.
Yeah, destruction of property, endangerment. Kawaki has caused multiple large-scale chakra-based destruction.
These
bro,
it's a channel that does that. He's sending Naruto away because he has the power to do so. Like he would have never made any of these actions prior to getting his Karma Seal re-unlocked. Everybody was saying like Kawaki is now so strong that we have to keep him happy and make sure Naruto is safe. That's the only way we keep him in check. And Kawaki abused his power by sending Naruto away and then taking advantage of the result of what Ada's omnipotence casted by blaming the death of Naruto, even though he never died, on Boruto and actively having the world hunt this man down. That's abuse of power.
Welcome to the ninja world where abuse of power is running rampant. I'm sorry. Like the abuse of power in the ninja world has been occurring since.
See, we're not gonna point
it's like it's not. He keep on saying the ninja world. It's like it's not computing with him that we're trumping up real world charges.
No, again, my thing is we can't trump up charges for a ninja in the real world court systems.
It's not sure we can. If like, a ninja came
Minato would be down for life
another country. Yeah,
Minato would be getting charged if it was like the hidden Cloud Village who was running the criminal system, but we arguing on the side in the defense.
But no,
we are Konoha ninjas right now. I know this is the Cloud.
Even my point. This is even better. If he was being charged by the Hidden Cloud Ninja or being charged by the state or the United States, where do you think Minato's getting more years?
Wait, say that again.
If Minato is getting charged by the court,
no, he's going to be. If
the Hidden Cloud is going to sentence him to death. What are you talking about, bro? He's getting more time with the Hidden Cloud. That's
the thing. Okay. Also, you have to take into account
hypothetically they can't charge death because the United States would likely do the same.
That's the thing. You're talking about the things that Minato did in war. He didn't commit no war crimes. Everything that he did was on the battlefield in active war. So you can't say, oh, he killed some, like they're in war between two. If that was the case, a lot of our veterans would be walking around.
He put a lot of bodies out on just flat out missions, not just war. He
missions, Cold War. That's the same thing. If he's on a mission, he's on his job.
He's on a job. Real life.
Now, who gave Kawaki the job?
So wait a second.
Who gave Kawaki the mission?
He's in the government job.
And what real world court is going to hold up? He was allowed to murder 16 different clans simply because
it happens
in a real world where it's like fighting is the main job. If fighting is their main job, we have to take that as
no. I mean, no. Even if you take it on a United States government standpoint, the United States government has hired killers that they send out to kill people. Yeah, exactly, and they don't get charged with murder for going out to.
Now, if that same hired killer was on a Tuesday at a Frappuccino spot and saw somebody, he said, "Hey, popped him," and that's a murder. Now, that's with Kawaki, he was not hired.
I'm pretty sure Minato racked up plenty of bodies outside of missions.
Now we're going. Now that's assuming. That's assuming. Yeah, we know what Kawaki did, and we know what Minato did.
Let's do a quick search. Minato's bodies. Let's do a quick search.
He killed 1,000. We know he killed 1,000. Was it some?
This is what I'm saying. We can't possibly say all of those 1,000 were inside of war. Like
they were. It was literally on the battlefield. They were all on the battlefield.
Stop it.
They were all on the battle. They were ready. I ain't gonna say they were prepared to die that day, but they knew they was fighting for their village, and it was a possibility he wasn't gonna be fighting long. But they were on a mission, bro. And if not Minato killing them, they would have killed Minato and his team. Now, Kawaki has not been given a mission, a job, or a goal aside from his own self affirmations to do any of the things he's been doing. He's been acting solely off of vibes, bro. He's been like, yeah, this is what I feel like doing.
But that's the ninja world, and that's why I say you can't compare the two. There's people that's
but I'm saying within this world, he's not getting no missions to do these things. He's acting purely off of vibes. Like if Minato was out vibing and he just killed 1,000 shinobi, I'm like, oh yeah, he's wrong for that.
Mitsuki went rogue, left the Hidden Leaf Village, and killed multiple people, and didn't serve a day in jail.
He didn't. First of all, he didn't kill them. He didn't kill them.
Maybe I gotta rewatch that arc. I thought he caught a couple.
He could definitely do some time, but ain't nothing bigger than like probation for that. Like he ran away. At that point, it's just like a runaway case, bro.
Yeah, he ran away and actively fought against the Hidden Leaf Village.
He ran away and actively shut down a coup d'etat in a separate village, bro. That mind you, and they will also have to at that point. Right now, all of these villages are acting as a UN, so they are all under one agreement, right? And it's being ultimately led and headed by the Hokage and the Hidden Leaf. So it's like he's fighting essentially still for his village.
All right, so we know for a fact Sarada caught a body on that mission. Why didn't Sarada serve any jail time? In IRL, she's serving jail time.
Who did she kill?
I'm pretty sure she killed that redheaded what's it called the other Negro.
Even though the key word that you said on her mission. So
right.
No, it wasn't a mission. No, she literally left the Hidden Leaf Village without the consent of the Hokage. Like they went rogue.
And then, but also the people who she killed, were they not conspiring? Were they not conspiring against the Hidden Stone?
Wasn't Hidden Stone? That's none of our business. That's not even our jurisdiction.
If they're all under the same UN agreement, the 5 Great Nations Treaty, essentially, like because we got to be technical.
Now we just
they are like the United Nations right now, though.
They all agree. They have an agreement.
Even if that's the case, that's not the job of a rogue ninja. That's not the job of her. Imagine if she killed someone that she wasn't supposed to kill.
Okay.
Now she's starting the international.
So now we're just
you know what she would get though. Hold
on. I'm saying I got you. These are the standards of the ninja world. Where the ninja world is not the same thing as the regular world. We can't compare.
She got that charge. You gave her that charge, right? She gets it. Naruto would just motherfucking what do they call when the president gets people
pardons?
he pardons it. Yeah, because she did something in that benefited the.
But it's like even like we're using real world terminology, but it's the fact that the act is being committed. Like Kawaki, like at the end of the day, let's just take it all into like Boruto, because the world is reacting to Boruto because of the actions that Kawaki are making. Yes, we could agree on that, right?
I guess so. I mean, you could say the same thing for
Boruto
everybody.
Is treated. So Boruto is treated as a traitor, and he had a kill on sight order. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm trying to send the man to jail. Like in terms of Kawaki. Now this is why I say it's defamation of character, because even though it's Kawaki that's doing all of this, but they're trying to kill him on sight. Man, they gave him the chair execution, and we're just trying to give him years, and you're arguing against that. So even in the ninja world that you're saying are lives.
If you're
even
saying
in the ninja world, the things that Kawaki are doing are considered the death penalty.
Yeah, because remember Sasuke, bro. They got him for trying to kill the 5 Kage, and he didn't even get to kill them.
But the thing is, they're going on a false rumor that he killed the Hokage. The Hokage is not dead.
Oh, now it's a false rumor, but before it was.
It is. I never said it wasn't true. I never said it was a true rumor. That wasn't my position. My position is he's defaming himself.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. But even if we go past that, like I said, they're still looking at it as like a death penalty as a result.
Because they don't know the truth of the situation.
So even if they find out that it's actually Kawaki, it goes from killing Boruto to killing Kawaki.
No, if they find out the full truth of the situation, I doubt he'll still have like.
Okay, so if they find out that I lied, haha, the Hokage is actually alive. I just hid him away from you guys for the last 3 years and ruined all your lives, and also permanently changed your memories. I might be able to change it back. They're like, oh, it's cool as long as the Hokage is not dead.
He didn't do anything about their memories. That wasn't him.
Okay, that's true. That wasn't him. But even now, even then. When Shikamaru learned the truth, for the split instance, he was aware to the truth of omnipotence. What did he say to Boruto? If I was you, I would kill Kawaki and get this all over with. Because nobody thinks Kawaki deserves like any. These charges ain't. Honestly, all of the charges are sticking. If we're being honest, none of them are valuable enough to drop. But like,
except for human trafficking, that one.
Human trafficking, that one. But like, even then, like. The defamation of character, the conspiracy is just there.
I don't know if those are sticking. I think is definitely sticking. You have a valid case with kidnapping. Everything else is highly questionable.
No, bro. Attempted murder is there, bro. I even proved it to you. That it doesn't matter if, bro. I just sat ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said that. No, it's not, bro. He said chat. There's no such thing.
It is.
Boruto
said himself.
Yo.
Boruto and sober mind.
You getting Tariq St. Patrick out of jail for sure, my guy.
Boruto and sober mind said, if this happens, then do B, or if A happens, then do B.
It doesn't
you can't
matter,
say,
bro.
oh, A's not. That was a long time ago. So if A happens again, you can't do B. Nah, in sober mind, you told me this in confidence. That's like saying, if I get drunk tonight, wait a second. If I say, if I get drunk tonight, please take my car keys. And then later on tonight, I get drunk and I say, no, that was just before. You can't take my car keys now.
But that same day scenario, he killed him. They went
even if
look right here. Hold on.
They even got a whole nother mission.
Let me just kill them.
Live in this house, bro.
Let me follow. Even if it's 2 weeks after I told you, bro, if at this function tonight, if I get too drunk, take my car keys. If you see me getting too drunk 2 weeks from now, you still do the same thing. Am I fried?
That's true.
Look. You cannot legally consent to being killed.
Again, in real world, no. In ninja world, yes. That's a fact. You can.
I mean, if you put it in ninja text, then okay, cool. Probably not even then. They can probably still charge you. Konoha probably was like, "Nah, you bullshitting. We were
nah, bro." In my book, Kawaki is he. I'm not going to be a mean guy and say he got the death penalty, even though the whole entire ninja world wants it. Well, he's going to jail for life, bro. He's done. He probably probation for life, but like he's done, bro. It's over.
Judge, this is conjecture. I heard no evidence off of that.
Judge, this is actually like insane to me, Your Honor, because he's just flat out
full on conjecture. We've given up on presenting evidence. We're just giving what we think is about to happen.
Bro, so even all right, hold on, Bart. Let's give you assist. Or what did you say it was called?
Assisted suicide.
Assisted S, because that word is going to get fucking flagged by YouTube like crazy. If done legally, charge manslaughter or even second degree M, sentence 5 to 25 years, depending on the 10 state law method. So you still going away for a long time
in real life court, but we're talking ninja world.
No, I'm talking about like real life.
If I see a charge that's sustainable or that should stand up with like kidnapping, I'll say it. What this? Nah, partners. We could discuss the charging or sentencing on kidnapping case, but after that, like, I don't know.
I don't know, bro. If we're going by the jury, the jury states that yes. Well, that's the charge for human trafficking and kidnapping. Hold up. I did it. A M1 too.
Yeah, I'm charging.
Oh yeah, attempted M, bro. Yeah, the jury says M. Yes, 100%. So if we're going by the jury, then he gets attempted murder and
this
also
is crazy
and aggravated assault. Remember when he yoked? I think you mentioned free game. He yoked up Ada. That's aggravated assault.
I say he groped her.
Oh well,
we have to stop.
I wasn't even trying to say that, but yeah, that part. He yoked her up though. That's aggravated assault.
Trying to do to my client.
Resisting arrest, conspiracy. Like, bro, the only thing I'm dropping for real is genocide because he ain't off no Otsutsuki.
So, at all, not one.
And attempted genocide is not a thing. So like, I might even feel bad for him at this point. But yeah, like
we might take some time off just for him to be yapping the whole
everything
time.
else is sticking, bro. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, murder, defamation, conspiracy, resisting arrest, human trafficking. This boy is like a bad person.
Man,
according to the charges.
I'm going against a corrupt lawyer, the judge trying to be Tony Busby, but this was a
Tony Busby is crazy.
I think, Your Honor, I think there's actually conspiracy even going on behind those doors right before our very eyes. I don't know what's going on the defendant's side, Your Honor, but they are conspiring something.
This is nuts.
Yeah, we also got to charge the lawyer as well.
Hey, we could talk about the sentencing for kidnapping, but after that, bro, again, he's trying to attempt. It was assisted S. You feel me? There's no defamation. He's defaming his own name. Like, come on, we get Boogie with the kidnapping charge. What's that? A solid 2 years probation. What's the problem?
A government official? I don't know, bro.
It's a government official, bro.
You could run up to Trump and knock out his food. I think you might even get a year or two. Knock his food out his hand. That's not even an actual charge. Imagine kidnapping a government official. That's you're gone. For 3 years.
Standard kidnapping. Hold on. Standard kidnapping of a government official, no injury, ransom, or crossing borders, 20 years to life. And he crossed the border because he crossed a whole dimension.
Niggas in a different dimension, bro.
Yeah. So it's crossing state international lines automatically becomes a federal crime. He's facing 25 years to life easily. So just off of that one charge, you're never going to see your boy again.
All we gotta do is unseal Naruto and gaslight him into thinking he fell asleep for too long.
Your Honor, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Is that not tampering with evidence? Is that not tampering with evidence?
How is that tampering with evidence?
How did his lawyer admit to the crime on the stand? That's crazy.
And they're talking about we can just say this.
We can just say this.
Your Honor. I rest my case.
It's a fact. If the judge literally sees Naruto. And Naruto was saying verbatim,
bro, you trying to make a man think he did not miss 3 years of his life?
I do not recall being kidnapped. What are we gonna say?
No. I mean, his last memory would be him being taken away into another dimension. So I think
who was the last person you saw Naruto?
No. His last memory was a conversation.
It would be Kawaki. He saw Kawaki activate that Jojutsu. He was reaching out into the sky.
He was reaching out, bro.
He was reaching out, bro.
And then when we ask him, how long were you kidnapped for? And he says 3 seconds. What's gonna be the case after that?
I mean, if you're the case after that is that official, even if it's 3 seconds, if you kidnap a government official, no matter how long it happened, it doesn't matter.
Like, Your Honor, this occurred in 2022. That's psychological trauma and damage because you're talking about some 3 seconds, brother. It's been 3 years.
Again,
reality versus perception.
So Kawaki goes down for kidnapping a government official for what? Let's say 15 years, or not even 15. Let's say 15 years. Naruto gets reinstated as Hokage, and he pardons Kawaki in 3 weeks.
Nah, he not partying.
Nah. That's the one thing I will.
He's part. We know for a fact he's partying.
Yeah, he's gonna pardon him because he's a soft ass.
Fuck Naruto, bro. Fuck Naruto, bro. You're right.
he said fuck Naruto. He's out right.
He would pardon that man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why he need to die before he gets. But it's not possible. Man. It's whatever.
He still had me Kasha Koji. We still.
As a prosecutor, Black would have been motherfucking pissed off.
Nigga, as soon as they be like,
I just prosecuted this nigga and he get out and pardon his ass. What the fuck?
I'm like, what? What do you mean free?
Now the president pardoned him. He kidnapped him.
Like, what, bro?
Yeah, now all of a sudden, Kawaki's trying to find Black Uchiha.
I'd be like, hey, look, bro, I'm doing this for the love of the game, bro. I tried to put you behind the bars for the love of the game, not for the paycheck.
It was not. It was business. It wasn't personal, brother.
Oh
business.
My goodness,
yeah, bro just said the opposite.
He said, I was like, it's straight for the love of the game. Kawaki come looking. I'm gonna be like, hey, gang, look. At that point, I'm gonna use my check from the case to hire Boruto and Sarada, walking bodyguards, 24/7.
Yep. Yeah. Guys, I'm running on diminishing returns.
I respect it. We did go over today.
I'm in a whole fit right now too. Yeah,
I say, Black. I thought you had something to do, bro.
Yeah, bro. I be trying to give myself at least an hour before I do things. But like I said, I got ready before the pod just in case.
He's right.
Nah, yeah, I be trying to do that too. I just trying to chill before a big occasion or something like that.
Yeah, I get ready. I get ready literally 15 minutes before I have to be there.
No, now you rushing. Now,
you rushing. You don't know what you finna forget.
I forget something every time.
Yeah, you lose your wallet somewhere in your room. Now you wasted 5 minutes. Now you late. You feel me?
Bro, you know how long I be looking for my car keys every morning?
Exactly.
Shit is egregious. But don't forget that Bar farted around like 50 minutes into the pod. I hope
that was a burp. That was a fart.
Bro, it's crazy because he just automatically, he was like, yeah, that was me, bro. He didn't even let you finish saying. He was like, that was me.
He was like, it was gas.
Nah, facts. You know that gas that be in your sternum? That just comes
in your sternum.
For a fact.
Yo, no, y'all both of y'all have a great night, bro. I'll catch y'all on the next podcast.
All right, y'all boys take care, bro.
All right. Same to you. Stay safe, y'all.